Okay, we're gonna start off talking slow and low.
Oh, I should
You should
turn
mute
off
that.
the sound coming out of the laptop here.
Thankfully, it was pretty normal. Food.
Yes.
Someone saying about Subway. Delicious.
I like
Alright.
Subway.
Subway's good. I'm just adjusting the music levels here. 65 probably is good. I don't want to be blasting in people's ears.
No, yeah, chat, let us know if the audio levels are good or too loud, too soft, what have you.
Yeah, maybe I'll pump it up to 70. I don't know, this song's a little bit loud. We'll see what happens.
Durgan Bunny says we sound good.
Okay, good. Very good.
Thank you, Durgan Bunny.
Alright. We got this, we got that, we got all the things. Chat, hello! There's a lot of people. Good to see y'all with my eyes and
Aiden
read your
says,
messages.
We are good as well. Thank you, Aiden.
Beautiful.
Gucci, one
Gucci.
might say. And it says, okay. Welcome, everybody.
Yes. Alright. I am putting my
Yet
headphones
another
over there.
round of spin the wheel.
Another round of spin the wheel. Let's see here. We're gonna get that set up. Oh, I need to pause the music. So, last time we had a copyright strike. The music I have is royalty free.
Oh, yeah.
I'll need to verify that, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, it's all fine. But I know Twitch has been cracking down, so I added some rain sound effects over it, and I wonder if that's going to change things. We'll see. We'll see once the stream is concluded. Let me get Firefox here, and we're going to transition. And now people can see the things. Durgan Bunny, if you wanted to include yourself, you can.
Yeah, just do a quick retweet. And a
Yeah,
like
or
and,
just like pop in a comment.
We'll add your name to the list, yeah.
Durgan Bunny add. So let's Twitch now and more. Several musicians have started actively sampling clips of royalty-free music and registering bad word. Oh, really?
That's scummy. Thanks for letting us know, Wolfwings. We were wondering what happened.
Yeah, because we've been
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, we had no problems with our streams, and all of a sudden we had an issue here.
Yeah, so I guess at this point we should just start making our own music or commission some. Wolfing says, like, literally 100% of Hades streams got snagged one day because one sampled the intro voiceover. No!
That's scummy. That's so scummy.
I know.
Why do that? I mean, I know.
Well, because they're going to get the payments deferred to them, like, with the royalties and stuff. That's poopy.
We watched a video by the YouTube guy, Yamfa.
Yeah, guys, check out Yamfa. He has some good videos as to, like, how to claim your own, like, how to auto-claim your own music in your own YouTube videos. Well,
essentially, he commissioned artists. Oh, yeah, Durgan Bunny just sent the tweet out. Oh, thank you, Durgan Bunny.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
awesome.
If you win, just send us your reference and we'll go from there.
Yeah, let me see. I'll check the thing.
But yeah, the creator we watch, YMFAH, or Yamfa, he commissioned an artist to make music for him, and then to avoid getting other people copyright striking him, he filed copyrights for the music, and then copyright struck himself.
Yeah.
So that the money would still go to him anyways. It's, like, so convoluted.
It was convoluted, but it's like, if people are going to do that to you, like, I get it. So, the system. Alright, Durgan Bunny, I see your ref. Very cool. Ooh, I like that. That is fun.
That is cool. I dig that.
Alright, we are going to spin the wheel. If everyone thinks that they're all in and they see their names. We had one person on Instagram, Shadowhex. If you're here, let me know. We might need to do a workaround if you're in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because your account's locked.
Yeah, we couldn't see your stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Shadowhex?
Shadowhex.
Yeah, this is the one at the top of the list.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Alright, let's do the thing. You wanna see who's the thing gonna draw tonight?
If we really want a copyright strike, we'd play some, like, Jeopardy music or something.
Oh, Impistry! Is Impistry here in the... Yeah!
Impistry is indeed here.
Awesome. Okay. Impistry had the really cute little dude. Let's see here. Well, I don't know their gender. Their gender is non-binary, so they're them. I'm gonna do...
The them?
I'm gonna do... Hold on.
Who?
I'm gonna pop it up.
So many emojis.
So many emojis.
Oh, that's very good.
This.
Very Miyazaki.
Moon. I pronounced it wrong.
Moon.
I love the toes, the little like owl feet. It's so cute. All right, so you gotta.
Is that what owl feet actually look like?
It's close to it. Owl feet. I thought.
So not like it at all.
No, some owls have 2 in the front and 2 in the back.
Oh, do they? Well, parrots are like that. Parrots
Yeah.
have 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
I thought they
that.
had. Maybe I'm wrong. No, these have 2.
Okay.
Here. You got the 2 toes and the maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hold on. Gotta clarify.
There's a diagram. The 4th result. Oh.
Owl footprint.
Oh, okay. So some of them have 4.
Some of them have 4.
Zygodactyl, Wolfwing says.
Zygodactyl.
Zygodactyl. That's the term you want.
Ah.
I like that term.
I used to know that, and then I forgot it. All right. Infestry. Yes. So happy you won. Very good. Very good. Very good. Also, check out Infestry stuff. They do good work.
It's very good. Yes. Game Respect Game.
Game Respect Game. And Studio Paint. There we go. And we're going to save this.
Wolfwing says they only know because they have a character that's 2 and 2 X-shaped paws.
Oh, cool.
Okay. That's probably why.
Very cool. All right. We're going to go to... We're saving it in a folder. I know this is boring to look at. Hold on a second. Oh, God.
Staring at a blank screen.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I got to navigate to the folder because
okay.
I got to remember where I saved it. Stream. Okay. Stream folder.
We don't want them to see our 2
our
terabytes of...
our messy folder setup. All right, references.
Oh, I'll credit Day 9 for that joke.
Yeah, nah,
that's fine.
Moon. Okay, there we are.
That's right. We're a family-friendly stream.
We're a family-friendly stream. But Day 9 has
very family-friendly.
sometimes. Check out Day 9. He's a
Is he still cool?
No, he was.
He was cool when we were watching him like 6 years ago.
Yeah, he was a StarCraft streamer.
I think we've shouted him out before.
Yeah, he has some good. He has some good funny jokes and some good takes on life.
Monster Yote. Hello, Monster Yote.
Hello. All right, where do we go?
Speaking of monster.
Is it? I don't know. Not quite a monster.
No, it's the can of Monster.
Oh, from the other stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did Origami Griffin, who was guzzling some monster. This is so cute. All right. Let's see. So tell us more. Tell us more about this character.
Tell us about the character. Give us something to work with. Personality, traits.
We have in here the rather timid but good-natured and tends to have a positive outlook on things. Love that. Their origin and species are unknown. Okay. They can't fly. They can glide. Aw. Likes eating fruits and insects, climbing trees, and the dark. Dislikes being soaked or chilled to the bone. That's also fair. I think most creatures don't like to be wet or cold. Eating fruits and insects. All right. I can work with that. Climbing
Moon
trees.
Is shy until they know someone, Impestry says. Impestry, do you have any requests for us? Pose, style, anything like that? Composition? Any...
I almost lost the tablet pen, but it was behind my ear, so crisis averted.
Oh, very good. I do that all the time.
All the time.
I've actually stopped keeping pens and pencils back there because I forget I have them.
Lose them. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here. We got pencils. I want a pen. Where's my pens? Here's some pens. Let's see. Gee whiz brush. Oh, that's fun.
So Wolflings, just to clarify, because I am a Twitch Luddite, sort of generally, all the emotes and stuff, you get those from doing stuff on other channels, and then you can use them anywhere on the website. Is that correct?
As far as I know, other people have their own emoji packs. But yeah, definitely Wolfwing's way in, because I'm not...
Yeah.
I don't know anything either. I kind of like this brush.
You can subscribe to another channel and use those emojis anywhere, Wolfwing says. Interesting.
That's fun. We gotta make our own pack.
I was just going to say, we make our own emotes, and then people can use our emotes elsewhere.
I wonder what they would be. Just like some... just some silly emotes, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay, so for instance, Wolfwings did a couple pink wings up there.
Yeah.
Those are because they donated to breast cancer charity.
Oh, awesome.
In Overwatch.
Oh, fun.
Or during an Overwatch stream, I should say.
Okay. So then you can just, it's like almost a downloadable pack. Every
Yes.
Pride Month they release more random Technicolor emotes whenever anyone subs to a channel.
I dig that.
More
That's
LGBT emotes, yes.
It's good.
Very important. Very important and good. Alright, what pose? I love this, like, I was gonna call it a jelly bean, but it's not quite. This,
They
like,
kind of look like a jelly bean.
this soft shape. It's such a good shape.
Sort of like Grimace, but cuter.
But better, and not Grimace. Oh no.
Grimace is terrifying.
Was he supposed to be a nugget? Because I never knew
think
what he
so.
was.
Well, you got the Hamburglar, who was a hamburger, and Mayor McCheese, who was a hamburger.
Is this?
No, Mayor McCheese was a hamburger. Hamburglar was just a dude.
He was just a dude. Does Grimace have mouth, or was he just?
Yeah, Grimace had a mouth.
Okay.
You've drawn the perfect Grimace here.
It's good. Goodbye, Grimace. The Grimace was the warm up. We needed to have a warm up. It was important. All right.
One more thing. Impistry. What habitat does Moon live in? Because that might help us inform how we treat the character.
Yeah, fruits and bugs. So I like that. Got like apples and stuff with worms. You know, fruits and bugs, the standard.
Let's see. Oh yes, people are just putting so.
Oh
many,
my God! Look at them all.
So many.
That's so good. So many emojis. Love it. Moon likes forest and woods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I keep saying Moon because I like that. But Moon likes forest and woods.
Oh,
Forest
Dragonist. Yes.
and
I knew
woods.
Grimace did indeed was a McDonald's mascot. I was a McDonald's kid growing up. We went there quite a bit. But is he supposed to be like an anthropomorphic purple chicken McNugget or?
Yeah, because they had like the Fry Kids, and then they had the chicken who I guess represented the chicken wings, which
And
is
there
a
was Mayor
little bit
McCheese. McCheese was
Yeah,
a
he was.
cheeseburger.
Yeah, he was a big cheeseburger.
Wolfwing says eggplant.
Eggplant.
That means something different nowadays.
Oh no! But now I got the headcanon of
Wait, what? Is that a real thing? Wolfwing? Seriously?
what? Was he supposed to be an eggplant?
Wolfwing says eggplant used to be a common fried fast food. Yeah.
I mean, I've had fried eggplant before, and it is quite good.
Eggplant slices, breaded, fried, nom.
Yeah,
Wolfwing
they were good. They're a good vegetarian substitute because eggplants are very meaty.
Yeah. No, I've had eggplant.
Yeah.
But
Let's see here.
this requires a little bit of Google foo.
All right, I think I want to draw them being super cute. Maybe I'm
Why
torn.
did they name him Grimace?
I don't know, because that's not a good hey, we're gonna paint our restaurant good, happy colors, and we're gonna name our character Grimace.
Did you guys know McDonald's has a wiki?
Why does McDonald's have a wiki? Home of Ronald McDonald. Oh, good. McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.fandom.com/wiki/Grimace.
I'm sorry. There's a McDonald's fandom.
Well, no.
Fandom. Oh, it's
dot fandom is
it's fandom.com.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of want to. I want to draw this body shape in so many different poses.
No way. I'm sorry.
What?
This is very important.
That's okay.
Grimace was voiced by Frank Welker back in the day.
What?
Frank Welker was the dude who voiced Megatron in the
Yeah.
original Transformers.
Huh. Oh, that's his mouth is
And
more
Freddy,
like this.
from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, really?
Yep. Frank
Okay.
Welker.
So I got the eyes right, but his mouth is more like that.
Oh dear. It looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, he's kind of Jabba the Hutty. All right. So I want to do something cute with the hands, like eating a little fruit. I think that would be adorable. I do want I want to draw this character in so many different poses. It's so cute. God damn.
Oh dear.
What?
Wolfwings confirms that yes, old McDonald's ads with Grimace, it really does sound like Megatron.
What?
Yep.
He didn't even disguise his voice that much?
I mean, with Megatron, he was kind of doing a voice too. Like, he was talking like this all the time.
That's true.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know.
He was very angry.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta allow that.
What?
A bunch of emotes I had to allow.
Emotes are important. Thank you guys for sharing. I love seeing what other creatives have made.
Impistry actually says that it is Mun, or Impistry pronounces it Mun.
Oh, okay.
but they put moon because it's easier for some folks to say.
Oh, that's absolutely
That
fair.
makes sense.
Okay. I like mun because it just sounds more, I don't know, like a little fantasy creature. Like, it's very cute. Ah.
And Vricola cosplay, I have not delved too deep into the deep lore that is the McDonald's wiki, but I do indeed believe that, well, there's more than you'd expect.
Is this McDonald's stream?
Oh, apparently.
We can delve into it.
Aiden says my brothers and I call it McDicks.
Oh no. Oh.
We call it McTrash.
McTrash. We just call it trash. Like, do you want to go get some trash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. When conventions were going, there wouldn't be too many gluten-free options depending on which convention I was at. So I think I was in, it wasn't FWA. It might have been Anthrocon. No, where was I?
I don't know.
I don't know which con it was, but there was a convention where there weren't too many options, and McDonald's has oatmeal, which is gluten-free.
Oh, yes.
So I went there every day of the con and just ate oatmeal, and then I came back and I was like, well, now I really like their oatmeal.
Yeah, their oatmeal's not half
it's
bad.
Not
I
half
mean, it's
bad.
full of sugar.
Oh, it's so full of sugar. Because I normally, I'll eat oatmeal in the mornings because I like it, but I don't put a lot of sugar in it. I just put, a banana.
I love that they're sitting. That's very good.
I think it's just I'm going to want to refine this a little bit, but I really, it's so cute. What fruit? Industry, very important. What fruit should they be eating?
Yes, give us a fruit.
Give us a fruit, because I don't know what this thing is going to be, but they're going to be eating it. And I love so fluff.
Impistry says FWA has the food court. They have a fair amount of gluten-free options. The Mediterranean place is great.
Yes.
Impistry, she also says strawberry.
Oh, I'm gonna make you a big strawberry. Actually, what size relation would this be to?
Mun looks kind of short
and small, but I don't know how big.
Kind of on the smaller side, but confirm how big they are, please.
Yes. In comparison to a strawberry, I can make it a big strawberry.
Also, Wolf Wings. Yes, we did. I did personally crave the McTrash very badly. They had these spicy McNuggets they came out with, at least in our area. I don't know if it was nationwide or not. They're pretty darn good.
And you would buy, we started going by and just kind of buying a bunch of them, and then we just have them in the fridge and retoast them.
We got a bunch of snowstorms all in a row, at the start of every week, and it snowed a substantial amount. So, Mun is 4 feet tall.
Okay, so strawberry would be, almost normal strawberry sized.
A little bigger than normal, but not.
A little bigger than normal.
I guess it also depends if it's a store size, 1 inch strawberry, or one of the farmer's market or restaurant softball size strawberries. Wolf Wings.
One of them crazy giant strawberries. I've seen those, and they're always so impressive. I'll do that.
But those spicy nuggets are really good.
They're really good.
They were really good.
So we would have them, and Ross would just warm them up in the toaster oven, and then our apartment would just smell like McDonald's, but in a good way.
Spicy nuggets? Yeah, they were really good.
It was really nice. It was really nice. I don't eat McDonald's that often because I didn't really grow up with it.
No.
Because my parents we have food at home parents.
And now the cycle is complete. You have become your parents.
Because we make food. I don't want to buy food.
I make the food.
I know, you make the food.
I usually cook, and I don't always want to cook.
I know, that's fair. We've had that, I think it was, I don't know how long ago it was. We still have the chicken tikka marsala. I think we were talking about it last stream.
Yeah, we spoke about it last stream.
It keeps.
That stuff just keeps.
It's because it's all the spices.
And keeps.
So you just keep making rice for it, and, you're good.
Yeah, actually, that's the problem I wind up having. I don't make enough rice to go with the chicken tikka. And even then, it's probably good that I don't, because the rice doesn't keep as long as the chicken tikka masala does.
It gets weird.
Because it's so spicy.
Okay, so here is... I realize I'm kind of drawing small. So...
Yes.
I think...
Impistry says she can't eat McDonald's. It's too much gluten and added sugar and stuff. Yeah. Cass has the same problem.
Same exact problem. Gluten-free people represent. Ruins my body.
No gluten, no soy, no... Well, you can eat corn syrup. You just don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't
makes
like
me feel weird.
Either. Yeah.
Which... Okay, there's the command.
I was a soda kid growing up pretty bad, but I've pretty much
yeah, you've kicked the habit pretty good.
I still drink it from time to time because I do like the taste, but I
why this
gotten
place
off
should
of
be-
the stuff in a major way, but the Mexican Cokes that don't have the high
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup in it, you can taste the difference. It's
The
pretty
what are they?
substantial.
Jones sodas?
No, the Mexican Coke.
Oh, is that literally what it's called?
So Coca-Cola sold in Mexico can't have like high fructose corn syrup in it,
Oh, I didn't
and
know that.
they also sell it here domestically in America too. It's a little bit
Oh.
more expensive than regular Coca-Cola because it's got real sugar as opposed to corn syrup, but you can taste the difference.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine.
Aiden is lactose intolerant. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, lactate. Luckily, though, like there's now solutions to people with dietary issues, like lactate and gluten pills, which have saved my life on more than one occasion. Not literally. I'm not like I'm gonna die, but like I would have been bloated and really uncomfortable for hours otherwise.
You'd be like you were in college.
Yeah, in college we
I'm
did.
so bad.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
We didn't know what the issue was, so it was just like, and I was a college student. My friends worked at Panera Bread, so they'd bring home Panera Bread, and I just eat bread and be like, "Why do I feel bad?" It was dumb.
What? Impistry can't do added sugar because it aggravates her fibromyalgia.
Oh,
that sucks.
Yep. I'm
That
sorry
sucks.
about that. That sucks. But at least you know, and you can actively avoid it.
Yeah.
Which is like half the battle is just figuring out what the thing that's causing your body to freak out is.
Well, you were like in distress every single day.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Because I only ate bread like an
I
idiot.
felt so bad for you.
I know. Thank you for taking care of me on the bad days.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's okay. We learn, and then you adapt.
Do we tell them the story about how you took care of me when I had that migraine?
Oh, I guess trigger warning for barf. I
Yeah.
get triggered by that.
Yeah,
But-
we'll take the temperature
of the
chat
room.
here. It's a funny story, but we took care of each other pretty early on in the relationship.
Yeah.
And it's been.
That was the first time you came over my apartment, wasn't it?
No,
No.
it was not the first time.
Okay.
We had hung out many times before that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if the chat does not want to hear,
Yeah, we do not need to say.
speak now or forever hold your peace.
No, that was the first time you slept over, I think, because we stayed up late watching Samurai Jack.
No. Oh yeah, well we did, but I don't think that was the first time. I don't
No.
recall it being like. Okay, Aiden says he wants to hear it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, from an early age, probably early middle school, 6th, 7th grade, I've gotten migraines pretty bad. They used to be so bad when I was younger that I would throw up. Like, I don't know why that happens, but it's common amongst migraine sufferers
Yeah.
to get that. They've gotten better as I've gotten older. Like,
Yes.
I learned some
definitely.
exercises that I can do that actually helped me because a lot of it was posture related, but also some of it might be, well, no one knows. I had some tests done and the
Yeah.
neurologist didn't find anything wrong upstairs.
As far as we know, sometimes they're caused by weather changes, but
Yeah,
beyond
I have
that,
noticed that oftentimes, like, I'll wake up in the morning on a day that it's going to rain
Yes.
with a migraine. That still happens from time to time.
Yeah.
But Cass and I were hanging out at her place, and we were watching Samurai Jack on the TV, and I had just started to eat a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, you took one giant bite of this turkey
And
sandwich.
I had had a low-grade migraine going on for maybe about 45 minutes, hour, 2 hours even. I don't really remember how long, but it had been kind of low. But, as I was sitting there eating my sandwich, it just kind of kept getting worse and worse. And then all of a sudden, I felt very, very, very nauseous.
And Ross stopped. Like
Yeah, I
he
just,
he,
like,
he
completely
stopped
paused.
and I looked. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Nope." Oh jeez.
Beeline to the bathroom.
Yep.
However, it was not a bathroom I was particularly familiar with. I didn't quite make it in time. I couldn't quite get the seat up in time. So there was a pretty bad spray, shall we say, all kind of along the back wall of the bathroom where the toilet was and all over the toilet and the floor. And
So gross.
it was a bad scene. But after that, I felt immediately better because that was the weird thing, particularly when
Yeah.
I was younger. I would have a migraine, I'd go throw up, and I would feel better. Like it would
Which
be
is
like
odd.
nearly gone for some reason.
I wonder if it's somehow triggered by something you ate. I don't know if that's a
So-
thing.
There are some people. Oh yes, Hayden.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh no! I don't know.
I wound up taking care of it.
Because I have this major thing. I had a whole experience when I was younger that I'm not going to delve into, but it made me very,
I'm
like...
going to delve into it. I don't know this story.
You don't know this
I
story?
don't think you've ever told me that
Okay.
story.
Well, we'll finish the story first, and then
Okay.
I'll go into why I can't deal with vomit. So, I basically was like, I'm going to do everything I can without, like, being near it or smelling
You
it.
made me tea.
I
You
made
took care of me.
I took care of you. I'm really sorry I didn't help you clean it up, because that was,
That's
like...
okay. Well, we were early on in our relationship too, and you
Yeah.
didn't, like, kick me out.
Why
or,
would I
like,
kick you out? You were sick!
You hear stories sometimes about, relationships that go that way, or people that go that way that are like, nope, I just don't want to deal with that anymore.
I'm sorry, you were sick once, and I... what?
You're a good person.
Okay.
Durkin Bunny says this is so cute.
Aw.
I hope you mean what we're drawing and not the story.
Well, I guess the fact that I took care of you after.
Impistry, I have no idea.
What?
I haven't.
I wonder if it was something to do with blood vessels. Oh, well, because then it's like a major, like, I don't want to call it traumatic thing, but there's sort of a release involved.
Could be. I don't know. I don't get that bad anymore these days, so there's no empirical way to test.
Yeah, you haven't had one since that time, I think.
Yes, that may have been the last time I had a migraine that bad. I have had
Yeah.
them close in the past, but nowhere near that bad. Well, I haven't thrown up because of migraines.
Because of migraines.
Welcome
yeah.
to Vom Stream.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. If anyone wants to hear my traumatic story, speak up, I'll tell it. But I also understand if people are triggered and don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yes.
I completely understand.
I
Also,
like the little things on top.
yeah, I
of
was going to
yours.
say, are they feathers? They look like feathers. I like that. I love ear feathers. Ear feathers are so cute.
Looking at the face there, looks similar to the wolf from that little Minecraft animation.
There's a Minecraft
animation? I mean, there's tons of Minecraft animations and stuff.
Link it. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I know not of this thing.
If you can, Dragon, just drop the link in chat.
Their ears, I don't see any, like, interior bits. Like ears would have.
Yes.
Impistry, let me know if you want interior bits. Otherwise, I'll just leave them blank.
Yeah, let us know, Impistry, what would be on the inside.
Yeah.
If anything.
If anything.
Okay. Mun does not have any interior bits. There we go.
Okay. Very cool. That works. That keeps things simple. I love the cute little hair.
So, Impistry, are they sort of like rounded protrusions, or are they just like clumps of feathers that are sticking up? Pikachu-style ears. Yeah, it seems
Oh,
that
yeah. They don't... Huh, Pikachu doesn't have anything. Yeah. It's not something I think about, because in the design, everything is simplified.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a...
That's going to be something that I have to figure out, because I paint more naturalistically.
We'll use them as a rounded form, right? So treat them like a cylinder.
I will do it rounded, but I want to make sure that I capture them correctly for Impistry.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Oh, I didn't see the neck ruff feathers. Yes.
Oh, those are good.
Yes. All right. Do people want to hear the story?
Your Vom story?
Yeah. Part of me wants to tell it because not too many people know.
I may not even know.
It is kind of a fun story. Not fun for me, but a funny story in retrospect, I suppose.
We have 14 viewers now. We were at 10, so we haven't lost any.
We gained some by talking about these topics.
Monster Yote does not mind the other Vom story.
Okay.
So, all right, let's do it.
So I was young, I think early middle school, and I was visiting my family up in Maine. And I have two cousins, and they're both younger than me. And we had,
okay.
I was sleeping over, like, it was my whole family. My whole family had gone up to visit my aunt. I don't remember if we had gone camping or whatnot, but in any case, I was sleeping on their couch. And my cousin's bedroom was, like, just down the hall from the couch. And so, I'm in an unfamiliar place. It took me a while to actually, like, fall asleep in the first place. Now, some backstory on my cousins. I have one cousin who's, like, I don't know. She was a normal little kid. And then I have another younger male cousin who is wild. He's just a wild child. Like, would go out and, I don't know, set things on fire and hit things with sticks. And he was just an uncontrolled little boy. So it's entirely possible that he just, like, ate something weird or was just
Is this the
sick.
cousin that's going to college now?
No, this is not the other cousin. The other male cousin, his same age.
Oh, yep, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yep.
you know who I'm talking about.
I had forgotten about him.
So I am asleep on the couch, and I get this feeling that someone is watching me. Now, the couch is here, and I'm in the living room. We need diagrams for this.
Oh,
and there's
dear.
a rocking chair right here.
Okay.
And then there's, like, the entrance to the kitchen and then the outside door.
And where were you sitting?
I was sleeping here.
Oh, okay.
This was me.
Oh, dear.
So, my cousin had some kind of fever and had thrown up all over himself in the middle of the night. And he was very disoriented, as you would be as a child, getting up out of bed. So he's like, he doesn't quite know what to do. I'm asleep here, and my parents and my aunt are outside at a fire pit, just like hanging out, drinking or whatever. Doing whatever substance. And I just there's no one in the house. So I wake up to this, what I perceive to be a zombie child. He just kind of woke up and sat in the chair, like glossy-eyed, covered in vom.
Delirious from fever.
Yeah, and he's just rocking and staring at me. And so I was just like, oh, what do I do? Because I don't know, I never dealt with this situation before, and I'm a very anxious child, and it was, like, in an unfamiliar place, and I can't find my parents, and so I'm just, like, freaking out, and so I, like, run out, like, trying to find where they are, and my dad comes in just at that moment, and I was like, he's in the living room,
Well, you did the right thing.
That's as much as I could. Oh, my God. Needless to say, I didn't get much sleep the rest of that night, but my aunt came in and cleaned him up in the bed, cleaned him up in the bathroom and put him back to bed and cleaned all the sheets and everything. So it was just looking back on it, it sounds like a silly scenario, but it was just, I think, like the panic and the smell of it, and I didn't know quite.
The smell is the worst.
The smell is the worst.
The smell is so bad.
And I'm a very smell sensitive person anyway, so.
You're a very sensitive person generally.
I'm very sensitive. So it was just a whole thing. So the whole thing wasn't great. From then on, really couldn't deal with it. Also, my sister was sick a lot as a kid, which I think also compounded it.
Yeah, she was. She's still kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing this story. And
I thought I told you.
No, I have never heard this story before. That is pretty gross.
Yep. Was not great. Was not great.
Impistry says sensitive nose buddies.
Oh, yay!
Samesies. I'm not.
Yeah, Ross doesn't. I'll like walk in after work and be like, wow, the trash smells terrible. And he'll be like, I smell nothing. And I'm like, are you okay?
Part of it could be like nose blindness if I've been like working
or like
all day here.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But just I don't know. I don't smell things that because we'd be out places and you'll smell stuff and I won't smell it. So yeah no, that's right.
Do we tell the fire story?
The fire story.
With our closet?
Sure.
So we have a smoke detector that did not detect what
God.
it should have. But this is another case of like
if we have a morsel of food that falls on the heating element of our toaster oven and catches fire, the smoke detector goes off and lets everyone in the building know we're cooking because it smells what we're cooking.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But for an actual fire,
an actual fire, it didn't make a goddamn peep.
Oh man! So this was admittedly it was our fault. We have a closet and we have a shelf up in the closet and a bare light bulb, and so we had some blankets piled high in the closet. And I guess we had left the closet light on, which we rarely ever do. But I started smelling smoke. And so I immediately go into panic mode because that's how I've been raised is if you smell something weird, you got to find out what it is because that's what my dad would do.
Oh.
My dad would like, stop everything. I smell a weird thing. Because he's always on the lookout for like, do we have carbon monoxide in the house? Is there something going on?
You can't smell carbon monoxide.
I know. But like, he has that alert.
Basically, as far as I'm concerned, I was told, if you don't smell eggs, and you don't smell fire, you're fine.
You're fine.
Except I wouldn't have been fine because let's continue the story.
So
Wolfwings actually says your smoke detector is the Rock then, like Dwayne the
Rock Johnson.
I don't get it.
Do they not? Does he not smell? Does he not? I don't
know.
I don't get it. Please explain the joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, continue the story.
So I smell the smoke. What?
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Oh, that was actually good. That was very good. I like that. Yeah, so I smell the smoke and I like go from room to room trying to find it, and then I find out that the light bulb has caused the blanket to start smoldering.
Oh, yes. So we had a blanket on the upper shelf of like our closet, like the very top shelf, and it was a little too close to the incandescent light bulb we had in the closet at the time,
which we had left on.
So that made the blanket hot enough to ignite, and it ignited.
Yeah. So I obviously I like freaked out. I grabbed the blanket, I threw it in the kitchen sink, I like started getting water on it. But all the while, the smoke detector did not detect.
Yeah, it didn't go off.
It didn't go off. It's right outside our bedroom. Like I don't know. It was crazy. But
either way, we had to like scrape pieces of charred blanket. Off the light bulb, and the whole light bulb thing
it's kind of a little burned now. It's like, oh. So we learned our lesson, and we don't leave the closet light on, and we've removed everything from that area. I'm also glad it wasn't worse.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't like we needed a fire extinguisher bad. We just put the fire out in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, so it wasn't the worst. But it was one of those times I was really glad I had a good nose.
Impistry, we actually put one of those compact fluorescents in there. It's not as hot as an incandescent bulb.
Yeah. Well,
and we don't keep anything too close to the bulb anymore.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah.
Oh man, all the time. When I was growing up, my dad was like, "Be careful of electrical sockets. That's the thing you gotta watch out for. Don't put anything by an electrical socket." It's the light bulb. It was the light bulb.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man.
It's never the thing you expect.
No, it's never the thing you expect. God, I used to know how to draw wings.
You're doing pretty good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to figure out because they're gonna be.
Get some reference. Get like a bird or something.
I should get reference. You're right. I always forget to do reference because the bird wing, it goes. And then they have this.
Because you want to just do it.
Because I just want to do it.
Because you just want to do it, but you need the reference.
That's right. All right. So the birdwing do that.
Just get
I'll look up the reference, but I'm pretty sure the birdwing do that.
Just get a bird. Just find a bird.
I'm pretty sure the birdwing do that.
Just get like a seagull or something with the nice feathers.
Wing.
Just Google birdwing.
Anatomy.
Just Google birdwing.
I did it. It's very important we get the anatomy right.
Wolfwing says, I mean, like, don't put your cast iron sea urchin beside an electrical socket, maybe. But seriously, U.S. sockets are very well designed to avoid letting anything brush the electricity.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have a child with small fingers, but that's why they make those things.
Maybe that's why he was so, like, about it.
Did you have little fingers?
I mean, I was a very curious child. I was not an idiot, though. I was... Oh, that's what I did wrong. That's what I did wrong. These feathers shouldn't be out this far.
Aiden says when he was a kid, he left one of his Barbies under the heat vent.
Oh, no!
Didn't realize it until the thing was half melted.
Oh, no! And also, that's traumatic as a child, because
you're
like... Well, yeah!
What a world!
Oh, no. The melty Barbie face. Also, that hair... The barb, because it's all just like plastic strands.
Melting plastic.
It's fantastic. You can melt my hair.
Oh no! Monster Yote says Monster Yote had a friend stick a screwdriver in a socket when she was little.
No, what? No, that's the exact thing they tell you not to do.
Well, the friend was little, like little.
Yeah, but isn't that one of the first things your parents are like, no, don't do the dumb thing?
If the handle was insulated, they'd probably be fine. Because I mean, really, you gotta close the gap between both. Both things.
But oh my goodness, I'm glad. Is your friend's okay now, right? I hope they're okay.
She was told no, so she had to try. I mean, obviously, they became Monster Yote's friends, so she lived.
It's true. Very true.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see. I never did anything like that. I will tell a story.
Yes.
So, when I was very little, I have no memory of this incident. I've only heard about it from my father.
This is the tractor thing.
Yes, this is the tractor thing, yes. That was a shocking lesson. Oh.
The puns. They hurt.
Oh, actually, if I call it cosplay, once when I was young, my parents went to pick me up from softball. We got home and smelled something funny. Turns out they left the stove on a little bit and melted part of a riddle and burnt a towel left on the stove. Got home just in time. Griddle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes.
Oh, jeez. I'm glad that they got home just in time, because that could have been bad.
Yes, Dragonus, thank you for the link. I saw it. We'll watch it when we get the chance.
Was that the wolf?
The animation, yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonus said it's not for the faint of heart.
Oh, uh-oh.
Or the weak of heart, I think, perhaps.
Okay. Thank you for the warning.
Sorry, not for tender hearts, for the full vid.
That's me.
Yes.
I'm a tender heart.
But yeah, so my dumb childhood story. My father used to fix lawn, well, still does, for a living. And he was using a tractor. He tested it out. He mowed the lawn. Got off the tractor, and I was coming over to investigate because I was little. I was probably 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. I don't know. I'm not sure when this exactly happened. But my father tried to explain, no, don't touch the muffler on the engine because it's hot. And what did a little Ross do? But as soon as my father walked away, I wandered up to the tractor, touched the muffler, burned myself pretty badly, I guess, and it left an imprint of the pattern that's on the muffler. You know, they have the little circles. Yeah, kind of like that one bad guy from Raiders of the Lost Ark. The
one bad guy?
Yeah, the Nazi who tries to get the thing and he picks it out of the fire and it burns a impression in his hand.
The melty face guy?
Yeah, the one that melted. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the specific instance of the hand, but I remember the melty face.
They needed the thing for the top of the stick to point the laser beam at where the Ark was buried.
It's been so long since I saw that movie.
This is one of my favorite movies.
I know. We'll have to watch it again.
But yeah, basically I did a Raiders of the Lost Ark on my hand, but it healed. I don't have it anymore. Yeah.
I'm glad that you healed up and you're still able to do art. I gotta get a reference of a strawberry. How does strawberry?
Oh no.
What?
Aiden tells a story.
Oh no.
When Jackie's mom was a school nurse, there was a frequent flyer kid.
Oh no.
One time he said from one of the beds, "Hey, nurse, what happens if I stick this pair of tweezers in the socket?"
Why? What? No. What? No.
And Jackie's mother, the nurse, said, "Well, you will get electrocuted, of course." There was a short pause, and then
Idiot! Why?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep.
People. Although I read this on Tumblr, so take it with a grain of salt, but the thing that it apparently was a study of, I think it was 18 people?
Yes.
18 people?
It was so it's fairly flawed because it's a small sample size.
Yeah, so it's
well, we'll get to this, but one outlier can totally skew the results
the data
of a study.
So it was a study of when left in a room. Of course, it was divided along the gender binary, so meh. But it was basically
air quotes male and air quotes female.
Amongst males and females. If left in a room for 15 minutes with a button that shocks you, what percentage of people will push the button? They're told ahead of time the button will shock them. I think it was like 63% of males.
87.
Was it that high?
Yeah,
it was
87. It was like 87% of males
would push the button. Versus I think it was like 20.
It was like 30%.
Yeah.
20%, something like
females.
that of females.
Except for this one outlier. And they would only push the button once, right? Except for this one outlier who pushed it 190 times.
Most of the men in the study pushed it not more than 4 times.
Okay.
So, again, a lot. Yes, one dude pushed the button 190 times.
Yeah, they didn't include his data in the graph because it would have skewed the results.
Yes, Aiden. Yes, I would totally do it too.
Why? Like, that's, if you're like, here's a button, it's gonna hurt you, I'd be like, alright, I'm not gonna touch that button, simple.
I want to see how bad.
No!
Well, you know it's not gonna kill you, right? And it's
not
gonna...
Well, you don't know for sure.
It's some kind of scientific study. They're not, like, there's ethical considerations. They won't do anything that would put your life in jeopardy or hurt you super bad. So, at that point, it just becomes a fun time.
Oh my God.
Yes, Aiden, the thrill of the hunt.
Is it? Is it though? Oh my God, this also brings back a memory that my dad bought these remote control shock tanks that if you get hit by them, it would give you an electric shock in the controller. And him and my uncle would play with them for hours.
Now that's dumb. I would not do that.
it was fun. It looked fun.
That's I don't know. That's not my idea of a good time.
You'd rather have a button that you push?
So if I'm in a room with nothing else apart from a button that zaps me, I would do it once, maybe twice. Right?
Okay.
Well, okay, you put me in a room with this button. You're like, here, have some thinking time. Also, there's this button that zaps you. All right. Sure, what the hell? I got 15 minutes to kill.
I got 15 minutes to kill. Might as well give myself small electric shocks.
But, the idea of getting shocked repeatedly or visiting punishment on someone else playing this zappy tank game? No, I don't want to do that.
I get it, though, because it's that's more of the thrill of the game. Where, if you lose, you get shocked, so it's more high stakes, I guess?
I don't know, maybe. I like my games not to hurt me. Maybe not physically, psychologically.
I was going to say, Dark Souls is pretty punishing.
I don't think... It's not.
No?
You just have to not be attached to anything, and it's fine.
That's so hard.
Yeah, I know it is. Well, for you.
I know.
For me, it's okay.
Mr. Nihilism over here.
I'm not a nihilist. Let's see. Fricola Cosplay asks, wasn't that the Milgram experiment? With the zappy thing in the room? I don't really know. We just read about it, yesterday?
Too little. I don't know how to spell it.
Oh, Wolfwing says, on a different note, I am heckin' loving all these let's make a unicorn or dragon things. How many of the pure chaos energy results are getting snapped up as adoptables?
I don't know if you've seen them, but they've been on Twitter. Okay, this is more obedience to authority figures.
Yeah, no, I think that was the prison one.
Was that the prison? No. That was the Stanford prison experiment, wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. No, Fricola, I think this was a more recent thing.
Yeah, I saw it on Tumblr, yesterday. It's entirely possible it wasn't recent, it was just someone that found it, but yes, the unicorn things, because it's oh, you helped Mar do one, right?
I responded to one of the prompts for Mar. I don't know if they actually wound up making
doing
it
the
or
unicorn.
not. Yeah.
But it was a lot of someone first commenter designs the head and the next one designs the thing. As adoptables, that's a great idea. Strawberry. I need my strawberry. I need my strawberry back. I need it back.
Look at them things.
Rare blue strawberry. That seems fake.
Sure.
That seems fake. All right, give me strawberry. Yes, strawberry.
There we go.
Much berry. If anyone hasn't seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, it's kind
with
of
the little dumpy strawberry.
It's really
with the
cute.
big eyes.
It's a very good movie.
Hey Cassie.
Yes.
Cassie'd your tea.
I did. That's okay.
It's sitting there.
I know. We have a thing where Rossing something is putting it up high because Ross is tall, and Cassieing something is forgetting about it and letting it sit until it gets cold.
Yeah.
It's because it's the things that we do.
They are the things that we do, yes.
Yeah, we do these things.
Oh, that looks very good.
Thank you. It is fun. I love this
Very
cute little character. I've been a little finicky with the wings, so I'm going to try to bump up the speed here. But this character is so cute. And I've got to get the kind of little markings here.
Dragoness says, "En woo."
En woo!
Dragoness has seen Cloud of the Chance of Meatballs, the sequel.
It's a very, it's just a very fun film. The character design is fun. I don't think it's a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but it is just a good, let's chill out and watch a cute movie.
Not every movie has to be a masterpiece.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not one of those people that's going to see Michael Bay movies and defending them for being popular, because those are just bad.
They're just so bad.
I want a certain amount of competence in my movie that I want to go see, but
yes.
Also, yeah, I have respect for a movie that does the thing it sets out to do, without being without having greater ambitions than that. Like the John Wick movies, I think are actually really good examples.
Those were
of that.
really well done, though.
They're stylish. That's what they're shooting for. They're not shooting for a great plot. They're not trying to tell some grandiose story. They're just trying to be slick and stylish and make Keanu Reeves look cool. And
Which they did.
I mean, he always looks cool.
He's a very cool dude. Person. He's just a very cool guy.
But yeah, no, they're good because they do what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Let's see. Monster Yote says, I just posted for people to give me parts, but no one ever comments on those things for me. Oh.
Yeah, I had the same thing with, it was another drawing challenge a while back, and it was just oh well.
Well, I think in order to get an actual, like, a pool of responses, you have to have a following of a certain amount.
Yeah,
You know?
Unfortunately, which it does turn like either that or like all your close friends comment. But
Yeah.
the unicorn thing, I think it was like 10 or so, which is a lot. I don't know. I don't have that many close friends.
Aiden says John Wick is fun, or the movies are fun. A fun movie is Megamind.
Yeah,
I
actually,
haven't seen it.
I went into it thinking it was just going to be another like Pixar ripoff or whatever. It was actually a very well developed movie with some really good like commentary.
I might as well have seen the movie though for all the memes. I think I've been able to piece together the
Have
plot
you?
pretty well through the memes.
For all the memes.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if these wings are doing, but I'm just gonna leave them because.
No, Wolf Wings. You don't need to pay. It's okay. We'll find a way.
What?
Wolf Wings says, you have not seen Megamind? Like, legit, I'll pay for the rent.
Oh, no. We'll find it out. It's okay.
It's a movie I inflict on people. Wolf Wings says.
It's very good. Like, it's got good commentary. Oh, the pudgy belly. Go about the pudgy belly.
Aiden says when you guys come over, we'll watch it. That would be nice.
Oh, very important. I need these guys. The little tiny. Yeah.
Monster Yote asks live stream, so we would live stream us watching Megamind.
Well, they have that now. It's a what is that called? It's like Netflix with me or something, where you can chat with your friends while you watch a movie.
Oh.
My friends and I did this for New Year's. We watched Tokyo Godfathers, which is a fantastic movie.
Oh, hey Perry.
Definitely watch it.
Welcome to our chat.
Perry!
Welcome.
Yes. Some part of me should watch it. Had a sequel. Yeah, Megamind. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of movies that they get sequels, but they don't really need sequels.
And then there's a lot of movies that I want I think we talked about it last stream, but 9, had so much that could have been developed.
Yeah.
But it just nothing really came of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I need to change this note.
Oh yeah, we've seen Tokyo Godfathers Infantry. That's really good.
Oh, it's such a good movie. It's I because you hadn't seen it, so I was like, I'm showing you this. Anyone who hasn't watched it, it is definitely like a heart-wrenching movie, I guess.
Sentimental.
This is sentimental.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difficult themes it deals with, but it deals with them very eloquently.
Wolfwing says District 10 has been announced.
Oh yeah.
I remember reading that they were doing some work on a script or something for it.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah, well, no, this was recently.
Oh, about District 10.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp said something about it moving forward, like today or yesterday or something.
Whoa, that recently, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Literally announced its primary writing as of yesterday. Yeah.
Wow, okay, because I'd heard that they were going to do a series of them, but then it just, because that was back in, 2010?
No, that was 2008 or 2009.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
because I watched it in high school, but yeah.
I have a story now. I mean, I watched it in high school, too.
Tell me your story.
We had to do so at the Catholic school I went to, we had to do some kind of social justice presentation or something.
Ross is not Catholic. To clarify.
Yeah,
well,
I was raised Catholic.
You were, but not
we had
anymore.
to do some kind of social justice thing where we had to watch a movie and then do a report on it and show clips from the movie. So the movie I chose to subject the class to
I love that!
was District 9.
Which is especially for a Catholic, that deals with some heavy stuff.
Yeah. I did well on the report, but I could tell my classmates were a little ee.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them liked it. I mean, some of them dug it. The teacher, she was like this. She was the waspiest Karen in the world.
No.
But hey.
But you got a good grade on it, so there's that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was apparently convincing enough or something where maybe if she disagreed with my choice, I was always a teacher's pet anyways.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
Yeah.
Little know-it-all teacher's pet. I love you, though. You're very good. I mean, I was too, because I didn't want... But mine was born out of anxiety, not of arrogance. Mine was just I don't want to disappoint the authority figure because I have complexes.
Yeah.
We grew out of it, though, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Now we vehemently oppose authority. What happened? I think
we got older. Hey, people change.
Yeah, we learned.
Sometimes they don't. But Yeah, there are some pretty rough, gory parts in District 9. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. I did not show any of those.
Oh, okay. So it was select. It wasn't the whole.
Yeah,
movie.
no.
It was
We
like
didn't sit
select
and watch
parts
the
from.
whole movie. Yeah, I carefully curated segments of the
Okay,
movie.
that makes sense.
But
Oh,
yeah.
they got your foot
Foot
fluffs. Foot floofs.
Foot floof.
Those.
Yes.
I didn't realize. It's very important. Foot floofs are so important.
Very.
Oh my goodness.
I like the little pads at the bottom.
I
Those are cute.
know, they're so cute.
Fluffy feet.
Just gonna keep. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna keep calling your character cute for the rest of the time.
Aiden says Lemony Snicket will do that to you, Cass. Lemony Snicket radicalized an entire generation. I never read any of those books.
I did. And you know, I got to I think the 4th or 5th book, and then I just got depressed because nothing good ever happened to the kids, and I stopped reading because I was like, oh, I don't. But I do agree where Lemony Snicket wrote it so that a child could read it and understand that adults have no idea what's going on and also are all idiots. So like, I think he did a good job with that.
Punk rock radicalized me.
But you didn't listen to punk rock till,
I did,
like,
actually. Well,
when you were growing up?
somewhat. When I was growing up, no. But when I kind of started going to college and doing different things, I started listening. Because I didn't have a lot of music growing up. Like, I had a
That's
couple of
true.
records. Like Elvis and stuff, but that was it. But then when I got into college, my musical taste sort of broadened, and I started listening to some of the old, like, punk rock bands and stuff. And I fell in love because it's punk as hell.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I guess it aligned with your feelings.
Yeah.
It's based on how you grew up, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It makes a lot of sense.
Let's see. The Australian wedge-tailed eagles have the world's most majestic eagle pants, in my humble opinion, of any eagle, says
Wedge-tailed eagle. Hold on.
Yep. They have
tangent.
just Cass. Just go into the Twitch chat because Wolfwings has dropped a link. All right, or don't. That's fine.
It's on the computer over there, and I'm on the tablet.
You can literally go to the stream manager. It's right over there.
I gotta use the mouse.
God forbid.
All right, there it is. Click link. Yes. Strong, long pants.
Let's see. Aiden says, and it's tough because as adults you want to say, well, it's more complicated than that, but it isn't. That's his entire point.
Yeah.
Lemony Snicket.
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
So a lot of it is the children. So they have a terrible, horrible uncle that's chasing them and trying to get their fortune. And these children are essentially bouncing from obscure relative to obscure relative because their parents died. Spoilers for the first, I think, couple books. It gets more plot later on, so I won't get into that. But essentially, it's their uncle showing up in various disguises and being like
Drew Carey. No, Jim Carrey.
It was Jim Carrey in the
Drew Carey
in the movie, and then they made a show which was pretty good. In the show, it was my god,
Jim Carrey.
No.
The Netflix show, right?
No. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh,
the
that's
Netflix
right.
show was Neil Patrick
No, that's
Harris.
right.
The
movie was
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Which I think Jim Carrey, I think, went off the deep end as a person, but his visage was perfect for Olaf, I think.
I mean, he was good in The Grinch too. Like he had the
was
facial
wild in The
mannerisms
Grinch.
enough. He was able to act and emote through all that makeup.
Which is very impressive, yes.
Yeah.
But
And The Mask too. He was the
oh
Mask.
yeah, he was the Mask. Yeah. He has good facial control. But anyway, yeah. So it's basically the children being like, "Yo, this is the guy that's trying to kidnap us," and the adults being like, "No, this is my normal friend, Mr. Boatman, who's I'm friendly with. He's not
Mr.
your
Normal Boat.
Yeah, who's not your uncle in disguise trying to kidnap you. You're wrong, children."
I haven't seen Sonic Wolfwings. I don't think you haven't seen it either.
I
right?
haven't
The new
seen
Sonic?
it
Is
either.
any good?
I've heard it's pretty good, but it was good enough to get a sequel.
Wait, what? They made a Sonic sequel?
Or they're going to. It's going to be released next year.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah.
Remember how bad Sonic was at first?
What you mean, like the games?
No, in the...
Oh, and then
Yeah,
they
you
changed the
remember.
design.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for all, like, props to a movie studio for listening to the public, but also the poor animators that had already gone through all that process. Like, oh man, and then they had to like re-rig everything and do the whole.
Yeah, and
poor
you
people.
know it wasn't their decision to make Sonic look like that either.
Yeah.
It was some middle management
It was some exec
dude.
who had no control, who like didn't grow up with the games and like didn't know anything about Sonic.
It may not have been an executive. It was probably like creative director or something for the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Having worked in a creative field, a lot of the design decisions come from out of touch higher ups.
Do you know about the Wild Wild West spider?
Yeah. That guy. You tell the thing because you can you know more than I do.
I have to do a little bit of Google foo to find this out, but the Will Smith movie Wild Wild West,
Which I watched like way after it had come out, and I was like, there's a lot in this movie. It's a lot.
Okay, so the producer on Wild Wild West, he had produced some other stuff in the past, and or he had wanted to produce some other stuff in the past, and his like weird stipulation. John Peters is the dude's name. Oh yes, that's right. He was a hairdresser as well.
Was he He was a hairdresser.
American film producer and former hairdresser. He was just like some Hollywood hairdresser that became a producer. But he wanted to produce. Here we go. He wanted a giant spider in Superman Lives, I think.
Was that the one with Nick Cage that didn't get produced?
I don't think so.
Because Nick Cage was going to be Superman in a Superman
movie.
movie.
That's right. Yes, it was going to be Superman Lives, I think.
Okay. And then, like, it just didn't get made. Which
he demanded that the third act of the film be between Superman and a giant spider. A big fight. For some reason, he wanted a giant spider super bad in the new Superman movie. But it didn't happen. And so when this dude, John Peters, was finally able to produce Wild Wild West, his stipulation was at the end of the movie,
scene.
there would be a giant spider for no reason. And so they shoehorned in this giant mechanical spider at the end of the movie.
Did he... So this was like his kink that he was chasing for like all his time as director?
Producer. Kink may be the wrong word, but he just really wanted to see a giant spider, I guess.
Alright.
Yep.
Chase your bliss, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Married Barbara Streisand.
He married Barbara Streisand?
No, I'm sorry. Was in a relationship with Barbara Streisand. Apparently married Pamela Anderson this year, but it was annulled this year also.
Oh, so, this person has history.
I didn't know Pamela Anderson was still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, she's not that old.
No, I thought she'd had some kind of unfortunate death.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway.
Monster Yote is upset that we don't have a Nick Cage Superman. Kind of I am too, because that would be pretty rad to see.
Yeah, it looked, if you look it up, I want to say it was directed by Tim Burton, but I might be wrong. Is it just Nick? Is it Nick like that?
What?
Cage.
Nicolas Cage?
Is it Nick with just a C?
It's Nicholas, generally.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Look at this.
Oh, he looks
Look
awful.
at this. This is the Superman we didn't get. It would have been a terrible movie, but I think it would have been a cult classic.
Oh, he looks real bad.
Here's the thing. It was supposed to be a super edgy movie, right? It was Tim Burton.
He doesn't look edgy. He just looks greasy.
He does look really greasy. The Death of Superman.
The super suit doesn't help either.
I'm not going to get into it, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be directed... directed by John Shep. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a Tim Burton thing. I think it was like inspired by Birds of Prey, the Batman one. Was that the Tim Burton Batman? There was a Batman one.
Well, Tim Burton directed 2 Batman movies. It was Batman and Batman Returns.
Okay.
The first one had Jack Nicholson as the Joker, as the villain, and the second one was Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah, which was also very good choices.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Nicholson as the Joker is like perfect.
Very good.
Perfect casting at the time.
All right, I like these bird pants. I'm not sure if I did the feet justice, but I think
And you're proposing that we give Nicolas Cage as Superman the Batman nipple suit? Just want to clarify.
Hold on. With his edgy hair. It's very important.
But yeah, Impistry, I didn't really like Wild Wild West that much. There really wasn't much going for it.
It was...
They tried to be like hip and cool in kind of a lame way.
Yeah, so I watched
it was like 1999 hip and cool too.
There was some. I don't remember specifics because I think I only watched half of it and then I was like, I'm done with this. But there was some. I seem to remember some like weird transphobic comments and like some just like stuff that made me uncomfortable.
Of course there was. It was 1999.
Yeah. It was just one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. So I didn't. I don't think I ever saw the giant spider. Which I guess I should go back and watch just the ending scene for that.
Aiden says proposing, nay, demanding. Aiden demands the nipple suit.
Oh no.
Aiden, there was a bit in Flight of the Conchords where Jermaine was visited by the ghost of David Bowie with nipple antennae. So that might scratch that particular itch if you're looking for that kind of nipple-related content. Yeah. That was a good bit.
It was a good bit. Definitely check out that. He did a
pretty good David Bowie, too.
He was a good David Bowie. He was okay.
Was it Jermaine?
It was one of the... There's two of them.
Well, there's two, yeah. But I think it was Jermaine playing David Bowie in his dream as Jermaine.
Yes, I believe so. Now, I do want to say what is interesting. So, you never watched Moana. But in Moana, there's the giant...
No, the crab. The crab was supposed to be David Bowie, but he died.
Yeah, so the crab was supposed to be David Bowie. David Bowie died. They got Jermaine because Jermaine, at least who I'm assuming is Jermaine, we are confirming currently, because he did... Oh, you're not?
I just want to drop that.
The Flight of the Conchords thing. Because he did a decent David Bowie impression. And so they got him instead because David Bowie passed away, which R.I.P.
RSVP David Bowie.
RSVP David Bowie. He is
my idol.
He's Ross's idol. Listen to the album Black Star, which was released right
Black
before
Star was
he died.
really good.
It was amazing. I just watched the videos for Black Star. It was good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have done the critter.
You're ready to turn it over for color?
I think I'm ready to turn it over for color. I did go kind of ham with the wings. And
the wings are nice, though.
And
you did good.
The pants are very fluff. I wish, like, I don't know. I love the shapes. They're very good. I need to stop now.
You did good.
They're very good shapes. Thank you for putting this character in, because they're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna call this the real line art, and we're gonna lock this layer so we don't see it anymore. And that's the line art. And we're going to do, I deleted the text, but it's a foresty background, which I'll handle after.
Oh, we are actually going to do like a background?
Oh, just a vague kind of thing. Vague foresty thing.
Let's take 5.
Yes.
So I can relieve myself.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Say it politely for the stream.
Everyone, we are going to take 5, and then we're going to get into color, which actually I think...
Get some food,
I think we should do this going forward in the streams. Like once
it's a really nice place to organically have a little...
a little stopping point there.
A little stopping point.
All right, so we're going to go on break, and we're going to transition to that. So everybody, grab a drink.
Yeah,
grab
back in
a snack.
5-ish.
Warm up your tea if you forgot about it, like I did.
Nah.
Go pee, and we'll see you in about 5.
BRB.
BRB.
I'm ready.
Ross
I'm
is ready. Ross is ready.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
We're
All right.
live?
We are live.
Okay.
Wait a second. I got to transition to the right screen. And we're back
Okay.
on the right screen. Now I'm going
Alright,
to turn
we're
the
good?
mouse off. Yes, we
We're
are good.
We're good. Okay, I'm just going to get right to it then.
Ooh. Everyone says, oh, you're welcome, Industry. Thank you for the drawing. They're turning out super cute. Yay.
Oh, excellent.
Wolfwing says, fresh cup of ginger limeade. That sounds amazing.
I have water.
You have water. I have.
Water's good.
I have a
And I want
tea.
my color layer.
I don't. It's a tea. I think it's Viva Leaf tea. It's a chamomile type tea.
Let's
Aiden's got lemon Snapple. Impistry has flavored fizzy water. Oh, you have enough time to make tea, Impistry, if you'd like. You can go. We'll be coloring for a while. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? It's Ross. Ross on the tablet. Ross is doing the thing. Oh God, what do you? Oh, that's right. You learned how to use multiply layers.
I know how to use multiply. This is not my first rodeo.
I know, but
Why am I not making color?
'cause your opacity. You're making
It
some
should
color.
be pretty opaque. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my opacity? Brush size, amount of
Density,
paint, density.
Color
of paint.
stretch.
Yeah, this is the oil paint brush. Like there should be tons of.
Oh, weird. Huh. It is showing up on the thing. Is it
Yeah.
just do it darker? Like stay in one spot for longer.
It's pretty dark.
That's
like in the
weird. Industry is gonna go make their tea. Awesome. Go do it.
Ah, there we go. Is
Oh,
that it?
Aiden says, "Is it David's tea?" Nope. I'm gonna rep the tea company. Hold on. I'm gonna get up. No, that's the line art. That's the original sketch.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna go get the tea that I'm drinking. Hold on.
That do it? No. This is so weird.
Save and then reopen.
That's probably a good idea. And save. And...
I'm back.
Oh, that's right. I can just hit Alt
Control S.
F4.
Is that?
That work?
Nope.
I thought that quit out your program.
I thought it did.
That
I
might
don't
just
know.
be Steam.
Yeah. Aiden, to answer your question, I am drinking something from Viva Leaf Tea Products.
Close window.
It's Earth Boutique Pain Management for those who have uteruses. Feverfew, chamomile, stinging nettles, rosemary, tsuli, black Assam tea. It's quite tasty, especially with a bit of honey.
There it is. Oh, I need the mouse.
Oh, you need the mouse.
to go.
Hold on.
Here,
Hold on.
You do it.
Technical difficulties. All right, where
Because
you?
we gotta save and then reload and then the thing.
Okay.
I like coconut crabs. They're nice.
They're very good. Let's talk about coconut crabs while I try to solve this problem.
I guess in certain islands in Polynesia, they're kind of like raccoons, in that they get into people's garbage and are general nuisances. Yeah, it's weird. The color's not showing up.
Hold on. Yeah. Do the make it big.
You mean full screen it?
Yeah. And you're drawing with the right end of the brush because I see it in the little dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Welcome to
my
troubleshooting
concern.
stream. Click hardness maybe. The hardness looks like it's all the way gone.
no, that's full.
Oh, that's full.
That's full hardness, maximal hardness.
Color stretch.
No, here. You know what? I'm gonna just delete that layer
And then make a new layer.
and
No, over to the left. Yep, that one. Just try drawing on it first before you... Huh, that is
Weird.
really weird.
yeah. Oh well.
I wonder why. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't understand how the machine works. I merely pray and have faith in the machine, and then the machine works.
Aiden says Jackie used to work for David's Tea, so I have a vast knowledge of their collection. Yes. I do like David's Tea.
Is David's the one that's owned by Starbucks? No, that's Tivana.
It's Tivana, and they don't exist on their own anymore. David's Tea was much better.
Okay.
Wolfwings says, a literal case of fix it live. Yeah, we did. Said harness to maximum.
F it, we'll do it live.
We've did it.
Yes.
We've done it.
Well, I'm not sure why the color wasn't showing up on that layer, because it was showing up in the thumbnail.
I suspect that we selected something that something to do with the layer itself. We may have just misclicked something.
Could have been. I definitely could have messed something up and not known. what I did.
There's been a lot of times where I'll like click something on a layer and like I've accidentally masked the entire layer and I don't know why or
no,
how.
there wasn't a masking layer though.
Whatever, it's working now.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Industry says tea to be steeping. Yeah, industry. What tea you steeping? What tea you be steeping? I'm gonna grab my tea.
Lately, I've been on a vanilla chai kick myself.
I feel like you haven't left the vanilla chai kick. You've been on it for like most of your life.
I have, but lately I've been taking it with milk and honey. I used to just drink it black like a madman.
Well, I mean, it's still good, just black. There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I feel so. We've been eating a lot of Indian food recently because I made chicken tikka.
Yeah.
And I feel that the chai just goes really well with the chicken tikka masala, so that's what I've been doing.
Makes sense.
And it's particularly good with a little bit of milk and honey in it. So that's why I've been drinking a lot of that. No, generally I'm a Earl Grey hot kind of guy.
Impistry is drinking a mint tea called Big Chill. I love that. There's a mint green tea that I have from
green eyes. I thought they were more blue.
I don't remember the name now. It's either Steeped Leaf or the other tea place that I have talked about before.
You've spoken about so many tea places.
I know. I love a good mint tea. They're so nice. Aiden says, yeah, David's Tea's in Canada. They used to have a brick and mortar location in the USA. Yeah, I remember. I'd go to them.
Oh.
But not great corporate choices, and now it's mostly online. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. But at least they still have some representation and, able to...
They still exist.
They still exist
sort of
in some
generally.
capacity.
Yeah.
Which is nice that they're... Because actually, beyond independent tea manufacturers, I don't think there's just a place that sells tea anymore besides David's Tea. Because Teavana got subsumed by Starbucks. They don't exist.
Always belonged to Starbucks, did it not?
Yeah, but they don't have their own physical stores anymore, to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everything is sold in Starbucks now.
Yeah. But it's like it's whatever. Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes. Looking really, really cute with color. I love this.
It's very cute.
You're very cute. You color very cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It helps to have a good drawing to work from.
Compliments abound.
It's a mutual admiration society of compliments here.
It is. Oh, doing that floof is going to be fun to paint.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm just blocking in right now, but I'm going to go in with a textured brush.
Yeah.
Because I can bring some of these oranges and yellows and the browns into a little bit of the floof here on the front, too. Because you think about reflected light, there'd be a ton of it just kind of in the white.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be fun.
Aiden says, truthfully, it's very funny because David's corporate is comically out of touch with their customers.
That sounds right.
Most corporate is. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Industry says, I remember when we had a Teavana store here. Yeah, there was one in Providence Place Mall that I'd go to specifically because it was like I think the other closest one was... I want to say the Natick Mall.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know, though. I don't go to malls that much.
The nearest one to you would be... Yeah.
Okay, it is the Natick Mall, says Aiden. Okay, yeah. So I'd go to that one, but, like... their tea was also wicked expensive, too, right? Because David's Tea is, like, priced to sell, whereas Teavana's like, we're a bougie tea store, and we're gonna upsell you because you need a can and a nice teapot to go with it.
We have so many of their cans in our...
I know. Well, that's because I was gifted tea from Teavana, so that's fair.
Still, we gotta do something with those.
Yeah. Let's see. Durgan Bunny says, man, this is such a cute character. Yeah!
Yeah, it really is.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we can bring them to life in this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tail...
Industry said Teavana was high prices. Yeah. So it's just dumb. It's like, tea doesn't need to be that expensive. And tea gatekeeping shouldn't be a thing. Like, it's tea. Enjoy it. If you want to go hard into it and, like, know the exact temperature that you need to boil your water to have it be green tea, like, that's fine. Well, that's legitimate.
Is it a thing?
Yeah. Rose gave me some shit for that.
Oh
my friend Rose is very good. She's fantastic at her job.
I love Rose, but of course it would be Rose.
Well, because apparently you're supposed to boil certain teas at certain temperatures. I didn't know this, but she's a barista, so she knows this.
Okay, Rose.
Black teas are supposed to be boiled at a higher temperature than green teas, because otherwise you burn the tea with the temperature of the water, and it impacts the flavor of the tea.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that.
So it's like
I'll buy that.
I get that. But you don't have to have that knowledge to enjoy tea. You can just dump a tea bag. I've always
enjoyed tea.
I know. Or you can just dump a tea bag.
And I didn't know that until just now.
Today we learned.
Yeah.
Aiden says, it's ridiculous. I like David's tea because they have, like, actually good tea without the snooty attitude. Yeah. My old boss described them as the Claire's of tea. Yeah.
David's tea?
Yeah, it has that feel. It really does have that feel.
Was Claire's decent? They were good?
How do we describe Claire's to Ross as a cis male that grew up not going into Claire's?
It seemed very girly.
That is definitely one way to describe
it. Like pretty girly.
Yeah.
Not pretty as in, like, very girly, like pretty girl.
It was very accessible but cheap, I guess. And both in quality and in pricing. Impistry says, tea has been acquired. Yes. Very good. It's like... I don't know. It doesn't really have an equivalent. It was, I guess, the closest thing would be like the preppy version of Hot Topic. Like it had, but Hot Topic had more quality items. I think, like the trip pants were legit. I know. You have no context.
The only reason I set foot in Hot Topic was to buy Halo T-shirts.
Which is fair. Impistry said Claire's is like a princess store, is how I would describe it. Yeah, but like cheap princess, I guess. And Aiden says they recently got caught with asbestos in their makeup. What?
That's pretty big.
Ooh, I'm looking up this article. Hold on.
That's wild.
Claire's is like one of those stores where it's like you get silver jewelry, but it's just
plated.
Yeah, it's just plated, and it makes your ears all irritated. Claire's.
Well, you can't leave the stuff in there like. For long periods of time. All jewelry's like that.
No, you could, as someone who has issues with not nice jewelry, you can get nice earrings that won't affect your ears like that.
Oh, I did not
and you
know
can
that
leave
either.
them in for a while. High quality metals, you can just leave in your ears and it's fine.
So like real silver.
Yeah. Like I have no issue with silver studs, and I can just leave them in however long. I haven't worn earrings in a while. But,
since pre-Rona times.
Yeah. Claire's is if JoJo Siwa was a store. Ross has no context for JoJo Siwa. Dress-up princesses in the industry. That's a good way to describe it. JoJo Siwa is a new Disney lady girl who's, I guess, a singer or a fashion icon, but she's like 11.
She's gay.
Is she?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Best gay cousin. I saw this. I exist on the internet. Yes.
I don't know. She looks like a lot, and I'm not about that vibe. But if she's gay, good for her. I don't know much about her. We're gonna delve into the asbestos of it a little bit. According to CNN, and this was updated on March 11th, 2019. Okay, but still.
That's still fairly recent.
Dragoness says achievement unlocked. Tea time. Industry says if you buy a high-quality metal jewelry, you can just leave it in. Yeah. Oh, she just turned 18. Good for her.
JoJo Siwa?
Apparently. Alright, so I'm sorry. My initial assessment of her based on visual looks alone, I should not have judged that harshly. I've just had a lot of encounters with girls that look like her that did not go well, and so I have some biases.
I mean, I don't know if she's a good person or not.
True, but I should not have judged as harshly as I did initially based on looks. Because that's not fair.
Is she actually cool?
I don't know.
So then who's to say if you were right or wrong?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I shouldn't have judged that fast.
Probably not.
Let's talk about Claire's. The FDA advised customers not to use 3 Claire's brand cosmetic products after tests found they contained asbestos.
Ah, yes, that old gem, asbestos.
Claire's eyeshadows and contour palette tested positive for tremolite asbestos.
Huh.
How do you... Claire sells makeup, jewelry, and accessories aimed at teens, tweens, and kids.
Gotcha.
They remove these cosmetic items and any talc-based products from their stores. The company said in a statement that its products are safe and that customer safety is paramount. Well, see, here's the thing, though. Like, they probably got it, like, from a really cheap... Like, they got it for cheap from a factory that didn't have very high-quality standards, and because Claire's is probably about the profit, you know, they're just like, well, what can we get that's the cheapest thing that we can sell?
They didn't look too hard,
Yeah.
I'm sure, at what was in it.
Yeah. Aiden says she drives a car completely decked out with her face, and honestly, I respect that. Also, Cassier valid, thank you. I was teased a lot by girls like that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. That's a lot.
I know. You didn't deserve that.
I know.
No one deserves that.
No one deserves that. But wow, asbestos, huh? That's not, especially for eyeshadow. Like, you're putting that on your eyes. Ah!
Especially nowadays, too.
Yeah, that was 2019.
The 21st century, where asbestos is becoming, like, much less common and stuff because of all...
Because people know it causes cancer and it's bad.
Yeah, because of all the whole cancer thing.
Like, come on. Oh, my goodness.
You know, if there is a silver lining to the year 2020... bunch of people quit smoking. Like, smoking is way down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because COVID made smoking, like, smoking made COVID worse if you got COVID. So a bunch of smokers quit.
I didn't know this.
Yep.
That's really good.
I don't know what the numbers or the statistics are on it, but yeah, it's good. You know what? I'm going to not do this again. I'm going to continue painting as I normally do. And
what were we gonna do? Details and then?
No. I was gonna clean up the edges somewhat, but it's better for me to wait.
Yeah, and then do the final touch-ups after.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see. Let's get the color of the underside of the little paw dupers here.
Let's see. Aiden says Jackie had a friend who used to work for Claire's, and apparently their stuff is so low quality and cheap they have no questions asked return policy. Yeah, that's fair.
That sounds right.
That's fair, because most of their stuff is gonna like break or irritate you. Industry says, speaking of makeup, I wonder if makeup sales have declined due to last year. I would say yes. No, a lot of the people that I knew would wear makeup really frequently. I mean, there's no reason to.
Yeah, you're not going
inside.
When's the last time you wore makeup?
Yeah, it's been. Well, as soon as the pandemic hit, I'm like, I'm not. On the off chance that that it irritates my eye a little bit and I need to rub my eye. So I just stopped on principle about touching my face. But like even my friends that wear makeup have stopped, you know.
I mean, so much of your face is hidden by the mask too, so...
Yeah. Which I will say I do like the mask because of the anonymity, and there's fashion that you can do with the mask. But I think things that are on your face that could cause any kind of irritation and make you touch your face, probably not good to put on there.
I will be glad when we don't have to wear them in public anymore because I like showing my face. Like, I'm not a pretty person by any stretch of the imagination, but I like showing who I am to the world. And I've been kind of sad recently having to cover that up. I mean, like, I'm not an anti-masker or anything, like, God. But, yeah, I live my life trying to be as...
open with people, I guess.
Upfront as possible.
I find it easier to read expressions with...
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes it's difficult just to get it from tone of voice.
Yeah.
Well,
we're a very, like they say, 90% of communication is nonverbal.
Yeah. Wolfing says, kind of like some countries have had literally 0 confirmed flu cases this entire... Yeah, we haven't been sick once this year.
It's almost like it works.
Steps that barely keep COVID in check will absolutely eliminate the flu. Yeah, and I honestly hope that we keep... I hope that the people that are, like, not for masks kind of come around and figure it out and, like... I know. I won't get into it.
I'm sorry for being cynical, but, yeah.
Industry says I'm all for smokers quitting. It's better for everyone. Yeah.
Agreed.
Wolfing says scented candle sales have declined a lot for a really awkward reason. Loss of sense to smell due to getting COVID. Oh, jeez.
Huh.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
But I would also say scented candles probably being used to make your home smell nice and presentable to people that are visiting. So it could also be...
Yeah, fewer visitors.
So not much of a need to make your house smell nice. Let's see. Monster Yote says I probably single-handedly boosted the candle sales back up. Is that your coping mechanism? I've been turning all my t-shirts into tank tops and you've been buying candles, and that is okay.
I do love me a scented candle.
Yeah, they are very nice.
I do really like scented candles, but yeah, there's been no reason to buy them.
Hannah says I gave up wearing most makeup at work. Also, hi Hannah. Yeah.
Hello, Hannah.
Absolutely fair, because there's
Welcome
just like
to the stream.
no need. Wolfwings, I replaced my sunglasses with tinted safety goggles instead to keep my hands off my eyes. Hey, that, honestly, whatever works. Like, whatever keeps, like I said, that's why I stopped wearing makeup, because I just don't want to touch my face. I think it helps. Monster says, I love my masks. I bought cool animal face masks. I do love the ability to accessorize with masks. I like to be able to see people's expressions. I think that's important for me to understand and communicate, but I do love, like, everyone kind of looks like a badass now, and I kind of like that. It's very like future punk. Impistry says using hands gestures seems to help while you're wearing a mask. Yeah, I noticed I'm doing that more. I'm also yelling through the mask.
We both started doing this.
Yeah.
We both noticed we're louder at home now with ourselves, even if no one else is around, because you have to talk a little bit louder because of the mask.
Yeah, and I wear a heavy duty, like I wear my respirator to work because I'm not messing around with these new strains. And I still have to go to work. So I have to like yell to be heard over the muffling of the respirator. Impistry, okay, let's see, wait, hold on.
You are probably in a better place than most though, because you're like, you don't work with a ton. Like, okay, listen.
There's a decent amount of people, but yes, I'm not seeing the general public on the day-to-day. I don't work in retail.
Yeah, exactly.
I am very lucky in the position that I hold.
It's the same group of people day in, day out.
Yeah. There's no telling where they go
no,
after
of
work.
Course not. But your pool of potential exposure is much less.
It's much more limited.
Yeah.
Impistry says the only thing I got sick with was this random double middle ear infection. Oh, yeah, that must have given you crazy vertigo, and I'm so sorry. Impistry also says I like scented candles because it helps me cover up strong smells.
Yeah.
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 And Monster Goat says I just love fire in my room.
I do like fire.
Fire is
good. Very much. I got a plumbing torch. This past year.
Oh yeah, we haven't used it on any projects yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't really needed to solder anything, but it's just there just in case I need it, you know? I definitely will use it someday, and when I do use it, you'll be like, oh, you used it. And I'll be like, I
used it. Aiden likes the candles that make the crackle wicks. Yeah.
Oh, the wood wicks.
Yeah. And Aiden says, I think I'm going to make a habit of wearing masks in the wintertime in the future. Like, when's the last time y'all got a cold? Exactly. Also keeps your face warm.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't been sick all year.
It's just nice. Wolfwing says, I look like a hybrid of KDA and post-apocalyptic nomad. Hell yeah. Whenever I go out. Hyper colorful clothes, safety goggles,
What's
hoodie.
A KDA?
KDA is a pop group. They're, please correct me on this. I think they're K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
They may be J-pop. I don't know. They had one song on Beat Saber that I was really into, and then I haven't listened to any of their other work, but they're cool.
I see.
Hannah says, I don't know what the science is behind it, but I feel more confident at work because I'm wearing a mask. That makes sense, though, because you're more private, concealed. People can't read what you're thinking or read your facial expression. So, like, the same reason why I don't really like masks, because I can't read the facial expression, you have a bit of anonymity there, which I think is really cool.
There is some science behind wearing things that obscure your face, like sunglasses, and your personality. This is
really?
The particular study that I'm thinking of only examined it in the negative, but people who wear sunglasses more regularly tend to be more, shall we say, jerks, because you can't see the eyes, so they feel that they have a sense of anonymity. Likewise, when you feel like you're being watched, either by cameras or even if it's just a poster with someone like looking at you, people are less likely to do crimes like shoplift and things, because you feel that you're actually being watched and clocked.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah, that's why in retail stores, I have no way to confirm this, but this is just my conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
They have those speakers, like that they play the music through,
hanging
from the ceiling, but those speakers are big and black and round, and they look kind of like
Oh, those are speakers. I thought those were...
They look like cameras.
Oh, I thought they were cameras.
Yeah,
Oh.
they look like cameras.
Interesting. So it makes you feel like you're being watched.
Yeah, it could be. I have no way to confirm this. There's really, like, I've never been able to talk to anyone about it, but
You're pretty sure.
I mean, that's
it's a scare tactic, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to make the customer feel like they're being watched and monitored. That's why most loss prevention tactics now at retail stores are, "Hi, can I help you find anything?"
Right. You have to
annoying.
Engage with the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you can kind of tell what's up, and they know, like, oh, someone has seen me.
Yes, I'm being followed. I'm being watched, and a lot of times that is an effective deterrent.
Which is fair. It also gives me crazy anxiety because I feel like I'm going to accidentally steal something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's one of those stupid anxieties that's just like, I am a normal good person, but also what if I accidentally did a crime? Dumb. Monster Goat says I haven't gotten any louder and I'm quiet to begin with, so no one can hear me ever now. I'm sorry, Monster Goat.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. Ankasar says, honestly, I appreciate that the mask makes me speak up because I'm usually too soft-spoken.
Yeah, I actually used to be pretty soft-spoken too. I think I still kind of am. But, yeah, I don't want to be too loud either. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to be obnoxious or anything.
Yeah. Industry says middle ear infection gives you pain and clogged ears. Inner ear infections gives you the crazy vertigo. But no. Oh, okay, because the middle ear is like okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. But I'm glad that it wasn't an inner ear infection. Wolfing says that they were, KDA was a one-off K-pop thing. Oh, they were done by the League of Legends voice actors. That's why they were the League of Legends characters.
What's League? So what actually is League of Legends?
Oh no, we're gonna get into it. All right, let me catch up with chat and then I'll explain what League of Legends is.
I've heard of it. I've seen people talking about it. I know it's a MOBA. I don't know what a MOBA is.
We'll get to it. Aiden says, one time when I went to Salem, a poor shop owner thought I was fixing to steal something, but the truth is I was just wandering around. I felt terrible and ended up buying a pen out of guilt. Oh. Yeah, it's like, sometimes I just, like, want to look really closely at something, or, like, want to examine the details of a thing, or, like, take a picture because the product idea is really good. But I don't know. Those actions are suspicious sometimes, and I get it, but also, like, I just want to observe the world around me in my way. I'm sorry. Aiden says it was worse because Jackie was with me, and we didn't realize until after we left that we were unintentionally fanning out, and it looked like we were casing the joint. Oh no! Oh no. Well, at least nothing, like, came of it, you know?
Well, they didn't do any crimes.
So. Little dude's boy. Hello, I'm going around to streamers wishing them a good day or night, in case they had a bad one. Well,
thank you.
Thank you, little dude's boy. Welcome to our drawing stream.
Hope you have a good day as well.
We're drawing one of our friend Impistry's characters, and they're eating a strawberry, so I hope you also have a good night. In terms of your question, Ross, League of Legends.
Oh god, I regret asking it.
Okay, let's go back. Do you know...
Oh god, no.
Do you know the song Dota?
No.
Okay, so we have to start. Do you know...
Does that stand for Dawn of the Ancients?
No. Do you know World of Warcraft?
I know about it.
Okay.
I know that it exists. I saw that South Park episode.
All right. So that's like the back history of like where League of Legends developed from, because there was a World of Warcraft mod game where you played as the heroes of World of Warcraft and you had to basically take the other people's bases.
Oh, like Heart of the Storm? Was that it? The Blizzard game? Where you could play as different heroes from like StarCraft and other stuff.
It's very similar. So Dota was made by independent creators, and then League took the idea, and then Blizzard took the idea back, made Heroes of the Storm. Warcraft map mod, that's what it was.
Didn't Valve make a sequel to Dota? Dota 2?
Valve?
Yeah, Valve. There's a Dota called Dawn of the Ancients. I think it's a Valve game.
I don't know. Aiden says, how dare you bring this song back from its grave.
What
Go
song?
listen to Dota. We'll listen to it after the stream. But it's by the Swedish guy who's just singing about playing Dota with his friends.
Okay.
Wolfwings, thank you for the clarifications. Defense of the Ancients. Wolfwing says that's literally where MOBA started from. It's a Warcraft mod map. Valve bought the Dota IP rights from the folks that created the original map mod. So that's why Valve has Dota 2. Oh, I didn't know that.
That's okay. So that's what I knew.
That's what
okay.
Ross knew. We're bridging the gaps of the knowledge.
Do we have is the reference images of the strawberries?
Oh, I didn't pull them in. They were just in Google.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll do it. All right. Let's see.
And why Blizzard updated Warcraft 3 was to change the EULA to explicitly claim all IP rights for any future mob maps. Oh, or map mods.
I don't understand.
It's because these people created their independent sort of game thing.
Okay.
Oh, Industry, I just saw Crab. Was that the desktop background? Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Do we want to...
Yeah.
Let me Google strawberry first.
Google strawberry.
That's it. That's a strawberry. There's our crab.
It's a big coconut crab because they're essentially giant modified hermit crabs. Because hermit crabs have this like weird fleshy butt that they put in their shells, and that's why they need shells. But coconut crabs evolved to have their fleshy butt curled under. You can kind of see
They're better hermit crabs.
Yeah, so they're more armor and protected, and also they're huge. They're so cool.
Yeah, they're the largest terrestrial arthropods.
They're really awesome. And terrifying. Like, I wouldn't want to... I'd want to be around one, but I wouldn't want it to touch me because it would probably break one of my limbs.
Have you seen those videos of them going after birds?
They just crush. They crush.
I like
okay, but thank you, Wolfwings, for catching us up on the Dota stuff. So, essentially, League of Legends is that.
Like that
you
one.
have... Do you need the mouse?
There we go. This will work.
Strawberry.
Oh.
Here, I'll give you the mouse.
Right click, and then...
Save image as? Down.
View image.
No. Go down.
There we go.
Save image as.
I got it.
Okay. Strawberry. Just straw.
Life is short.
Industry says, wait, they eat birds?
Yeah,
If they can catch them, yeah.
Yeah, so at night they'll go up into, like, trees.
Because they climb. They
like to climb. But if they just so happen to find a sleeping bird, those claws are very powerful. I think I read somewhere that the crushing force of a coconut crab's, like, claw is equal to a lion's bite.
Are you
like,
serious?
They're strong.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, if they just find a bird up there, they'll just kind of, grab it and just break its neck and then eat it.
Yeah, crabs will just eat anything, too. Crabs don't care.
Crabs eat other crabs.
Akasar says, I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Akaskar. Talking about crabs while looking at strawberries reminded me about Bug Snacks and Strabby. Guys, go look up.
Bug Snacks?
It's the Bug
that's
Snacks.
Right.
I think it's RT Game is the guy that played it. RT Game plays through Bug Snacks, which is a wild ride of a mix of like Muppets and Pokemon and like fruit, and you turn people's limbs into food. It's a weird game, but very well done, surprisingly. The voice acting is on point, and the animations are very good. I think it's just an independently developed game, but check out Bug Snacks. Mystery says, a lot of critters eat birds, but I didn't realize that coconut crabs did.
If they can get them.
Yeah, if they can get them. And crabs are so undiscerning, too. Like, they'll eat garbage, they'll eat whatever, I don't know. They eat whatever's in front of them.
It's true.
They are crab.
They eat poop.
They'll eat poop. So we have worm castings, because we buy...
Worm poop.
We buy dried food for our hermit crabs so that we're not giving them like fresh fruits and stuff. They have something to snack on that doesn't like, go bad so fast.
We supplement their diet with the occasional fresh food. Generally it's stuff that we've cooked and would set some aside for the crab.
Yeah, like if we bake chicken, we'll put a little bit on the side of the container that's not seasoned or anything. We'll just give them the chicken. They love it.
Oops.
We had a big turkey leg one time that just had a little bit of meat left on the bone. We would put that in there. Loved it. But yeah, so they'll just eat whatever, but they love the worm poop.
Yeah.
We have a little bag of dried worm castings, and we put, I put that and some other, like, fruits and vegetables in there, and the worm poop's gone every single time. They don't touch the other stuff. They're just like, yes, give me the poop. Infantry said a lot of creators eat birds. Let's see. Akinar, that's right. Bug Snacks, a kid's game, says Hannah. Yeah.
So is it actually a kid's game?
I think so, but it deals with some really, like, heavy, scary themes.
Oh, okay.
Wolfwing says crabs are ambulatory bioreactors. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to describe crabs.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. They're the best detritivores. They'll do whatever. They live for a while. Like,
yeah.
they're good.
Oh, yeah. We need to do a shout out to Jonathan Livingston Crab.
Oh, poor Jonathan Livingston. So Jonathan Livingston Crab,
the former oldest living hermit crab in captivity,
yes,
has since shuffled off this mortal coil.
but he was
at the ripe old age of 43 years.
43 years
in captivity.
Yeah, so we don't know, and most hermit crabs are wild caught, so we don't know how long he lived.
There's no way of knowing exactly how old the crab was. But yeah, 43 years old. Belonged to a lady in California named Carol, Carol Oates, something like that. Yeah, but she was very active in ensuring that, people are educated about crabs, the care that they need. And, yeah, let's see. Oh yes, that's right.
She would like because she lived in a tropical area. She would just kind of like let him wander around the house. Like this thing was like not beach ball, like softball sized.
The size of a good cantaloupe.
Yeah, she had to buy like those really nice decorative shelves, like the huge ones, because it wouldn't fit in anything else. But 43. Now that was defensive of the ancient. Yes, Wolfwings. Impistry says that's an old crab. It was like...
It was a good crab.
Before we heard the news that he passed away, we were kind of expecting his owner to pass away before the crab.
Yeah, honestly.
Because she's like wicked old too.
Carol was
she like 80?
Late 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's still very active.
Yeah.
Even after Jonathan's passing.
Yeah, but it's just like, it was really cool to see someone be able to take care of a pet this long and for it to live. And it learned. So it was able to communicate in its own way with its owner to be like, oh, I want to walk around. It would like, what would it do? It would like tap the side of its tank?
It would come out and oops. It would tap the side of the door when it wanted to come out and go for walks.
Yeah.
Go for walkies.
Go for walkies. They're like a proper crab size.
Yeah.
They're pretty intelligent. Even the ones that we have are decently intelligent.
Yeah.
We call them dumb because
they are dumb
because they fall off stuff and they like eat whatever. But they can learn, and they're very smart when they learn.
We have one crab up right now. It was molting. It's come up right now. It's the only crab that's active.
Yeah.
The others are still down molting, presumably. But we've been able to hand feed it honey. Put our hands in the tank and it'll come and it'll actually eat. Whereas before they were a little bit skittish. They're a little bit afraid of us.
Yeah.
Because they're
which is fair. They're wild animals.
Well, they're a prey animal.
Yeah.
But it's been becoming more accustomed to our presence.
Which is nice because we do not want to stress these animals out, but we do want to give them a little bit more enrichment than they get in their tank.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just, okay, sit in the tank and then what?
Yeah. I mean, we have things in their tank, obviously, like things for them to climb and eat and stuff, but like...
They haven't quite figured out the new wheel.
No, but they did figure out the mesh. So our old tank...
this one did.
This one did. We had mesh, a mesh top that we covered with plexi to keep the humidity in on our last tank. And then we upgraded and we made a giant plexi tank topper, so they have like an extra couple feet of space to climb. And we put mesh on the top of that because they used to climb upside down on the ceiling all the time. They hadn't figured it out until like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, really.
And this crab got up but couldn't get down. Like, it was just...
Oh, it did get down.
Didn't you have to help him?
No, so what happened was we had also attached the wheel, the hamster wheel, using magnets.
Which, by the way, crabs love hamster wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know if they fully understand what it is, but they do enjoy climb, and I think they're okay with climb and rotate.
Yeah.
Crabs are simple. But they enjoy hamster wheel, so we have hamster wheel.
But I attached mush mouth here. We attached the hamster wheel. That's very good. We attached the hamster wheel to the top of the crab tank, and
via magnets.
Via magnets. And what happened was this crab had been climbing on the roof, and like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you got up because I wear earplugs.
Yeah, because it was bunk, bunk, bunk. I heard this thunking noise. It had caused the wheel to swing back and forth.
Oh yeah, it came off one of the magnets.
Yeah, it had come off one of the magnets, and as the crab was moving, the thing was swinging back and forth against the side of the tank and making a thunk noise.
Just
so
silly.
I took the hang on, there we go.
You zoomed in too far.
Yes, I did. Let's go to the eyedropper. So I had to take the hamster wheel off the
let the crab down gently.
Just take the crab, the hamster wheel, and all, and just let it down because God, it needed help.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have figured. I mean, it probably would have been fine eventually, but it was just like,
I don't know.
You always want to help them. They're very good.
I needed to get to sleep. It was 2:00 in the morning.
True, yeah. They do get really noisy because their shells will scrape against the glass of the tank if they're climbing.
Yep.
And they'll make like tink sounds with their legs. But they're very cute. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Crabs. Also, we have isopods. I think we talked about that last stream.
Yeah, it wasn't last stream. It was several streams ago. We mentioned having just gotten them.
Yeah.
We've had about 5, 6 die now, but
yeah, we're still keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, that we think is mostly, and in fact, we contacted the seller, and we asked, hey, are these all from the same brood or different broods? Because as far as we know, the conditions are right.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure, like, you know, maybe some came from an older brood and they expired naturally, and I think he did say that they were from different broods.
Yeah, and he said, you know, either from old age or from stress of transport. Monster Yote, you just got your dairy cows this morning. How are they?
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us about them. They're adorable. For anyone that doesn't know, look up dairy cow isopods.
They're cool.
They look like cookies and cream ice cream. They're very cute.
They are.
They're so cute.
And let's do the inside.
Yes, tell us about your cows. Did you get them just to have them as pets, or are they like we're gonna integrate our dudes with the crab tank?
we want to have our crab-a-tat.
Industry says, oh wait, not real cows. Nope, bugs. But it's okay. They're spotted like cows.
Yeah. But yeah, we want our crab-a-tat to be bioactive.
Yeah.
So we want to we put some chia seeds in there, but the crabs eat them before they grow.
Yeah.
Let's see, a little bit over here.
Monster Yote, I only saw maybe 3. There were supposed to be at least 10. They're just pets for now. I might get a spider later. Okay.
Spiders are good.
Spiders are cool.
I think Dan should get a tarantula.
Dan should get a tarantula.
Let's see. Were you using pen?
I was using pen.
You forgot the little tooth.
Oh. Well, I kind of figured it'd be covered by the strawberry.
I'm going to do one.
Okay.
Right there.
That's fair.
And then I can take a little bit of this white.
But that's good, though. I hope that they're good, and they're really relaxing to watch. They were in the mail for 3 days, and the hot pad was cold, so IDK if more than 3 then survived. I think like ours had the same kind of situation where they wound up at the post office.
They wound up a day late.
Well, they were at they were a couple days late. And the heat pad was cold. I think you'll be okay.
The ones that we ordered, we can't speak for yours, of course, but the isopods that we ordered, they overwinter up here in North America. Like they'll enter a state of dormancy.
When it's cold anyway.
So that the seller said, you know, if they get to you kind of cold, they'll probably be all right.
Yeah, because they'll just become dormant.
There we go.
Monster Yote is just letting them rest in their new home right now.
That's the best
way
to do it.
It's the best way to do it. And you can just kind of like peek your head in and just see them duping around if they are. They're so nice to watch. Aiden says, I've been banned from getting a tarantula. Jackie is violently arachnophobic. That's fair. But they just looked up dairy cows, isopods, and they're so cute. Yes! They look like ice cream. They're just adorable. Can't wait to just see them walking around. I know. The best thing about them is their little antenna, and they're just like, they're so expressive. The only pet I have is a kitty, says Impistry. What kind of colors is your kitty? And what kind of kitty are they? Tell us about your kitty. Cats are cute. I grew up with cats. My parents have always had cats. I do not have a cat currently because
We live in an apartment. We don't want to
apartment.
incur the burden.
If they get sick, I don't have the money to cover their medical bills, so I just would prefer to get crab. Crab is more easy to take care of than cat.
Yeah, and if the crab gets sick, you just
yeah, you can't do anything with crab, unfortunately.
You just
Monster,
let it
I was
expire.
raised by a cat. Tell us about the cats. Tell us about the cats.
There we go.
I
Put
had
the claws in there.
I have a cat story, but I want to hear about other people's cats first.
Is this about Oreo?
It's about Oreo, my cat.
Oh, dear sweet Oreo. I'm sorry.
I can show you, says Industry. Her name is Yin, and she's a rescue. Oh, it's very good.
Is there a Yang?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, look. Look at this baby.
Oh, it's a good cat.
So fluffy. The little pink paw pads. Ah.
Oops. I need more of a bright white. There we go.
Aiden says, I have an orange tabby cat, and he is fat. That is good.
Oh, that's
Hannah
why.
says, I also miss cat. Yeah, Hannah, I'm sorry. At least you can see Bucky when your sister calls. Infantry says, I believe she's Angora, and her brother was named Yang. Oh, that's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Well,
like
there's Yang.
the fur length on the tail does make me think Angora, but maybe Angora mix? Because the face is a little different?
Yeah, slightly smaller.
Either way, adorable fluffy cat. Absolutely love it. Very important. So
What's your cat story?
my cat, who she lasted a while. She was like since I was like 5 till I went to college, a little after. My dad had a coworker that whose cat was having kittens, and he like offhandedly mentioned like, oh yeah, I might be interested in seeing about getting a kitten, but like nothing had been decided. So she like up and quit one day, and just left a kitten on his desk in a box. Like without any other, she just like left a kitten there and then like quit. So it was like, what? So my dad called my mom freaking out because he's like, I have this cat in the box. I don't know what to do. I don't have anything for it.
Like father, like daughter.
It's just like freaking out. Yeah.
Like if you found a child covered in vomit.
And that was legitimately traumatic.
Yeah. Seemed like your dad was legitimately traumatized too.
It's true. Story pause. Industry says she has a very shiny coat like an Angora, but she could be mixed. No clue since she was a rescue. That's fair. Jackie's got a fluffy black cat named Hope at her mom's house. She just turned 17. Aww.
Very good.
But yeah, so, oh my god. So he calls my mom freaking out. And now my mom grew up in a house with a bajillion cats. They had one cat who they called Mama Cat. And Mama Cat never got fixed. So Mama Cat had many
Hence,
litters of kittens.
Mama Cat.
Hence Mama Cat. And then, like, the people of the neighborhood, whenever they saw a cat that was stray, they were like, oh, must be their cat. They have a ton of cats. So they would just wind up with stray cats. And there was just, like, cats running around. So my mom was like, bring it home. We'll get some stuff. I know cats. It's fine. So he brings it home, and we like they like got it all set up on the porch. Now this cat was way too young to have been separated from its mother. We had to feed it wet food. It was the runt of the litter. It luckily she didn't have any health problems. But it was just one of those things where it was like, what do you do? So we had to feed it wet food for a little while, but. She wound up being a really good cat. Like I was a child who was like, oh, a kitten, ah! Yeah, I wanted to love it, of course. I think I definitely wasn't, I wasn't educated in the ways of cat, and I probably traumatized it a little bit from wanting to hug and cuddle this cat.
Oh, yeah. It didn't like to be anything.
It didn't. She didn't want to be held that much. She wasn't like a hold me cat, but she was very affectionate, especially in her old age, and affectionate towards me. She was very skittish, and a bit neurotic, but I loved that. I loved her so dearly. It was also very sweet too, because in her old age, she it gotten kind of senile, you know, when cats get older. It's sad because they can't really take care of themselves as well. So she wound up just, like, being in my bedroom most of the time. But, like, when I'd come home from college and stuff, she would just want to sit and cuddle. And it was just very nice.
Well, that is nice.
It was very nice. Like, I have fond memories of her. She was a very good cat. Very good cat. Anyway, that was the cat story.
Yeah.
The crazy cat got dumped. Got a cat. Suddenly cat. Surprise cat.
Yeah.
But we loved her, and she was a really good indoor cat. Just very good. Oh.
I think I'm getting pretty close to being done.
It's looking real good.
Yeah, thank you. What did you want to do regarding the background?
I'm going to start with adding a shadow under their butt, and then I'm going to go from there.
So you want to take over?
I think I'll take over.
All right.
Aiden says our cat Milo was taken from his litter too early. We actually had to teach him cat body language because he didn't know any. Oh, how did you do that? Hannah says, "Good cat." Yeah, I loved Oreo. She was a very good cat.
Oops, too bright.
As green, I can do it. You don't have to do it. It's
okay.
okay.
I know you can, but I just want to give you something to start off.
Thank you. Dragonow says, sometimes the best cats are strays. I live in a neighborhood with a lot of cats running around, and we have this seal point cat that comes by from time to time, and she's very loving. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stories of stray cats being taken in, and I think because they've had to survive on their own, when they get someone who's like, I will give you food, they're just like, yes, I love this. But also on the flip side, there's also stray cats that are actually feral and do not want to be in a house.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're doing it on the same layer.
Yes. I'm sorry if you're triggered.
Why you do this? No. Can I erase it? Can I put it on a different layer?
You can. You really want to erase my hard work?
No. Struggle. Oh, green on the butt.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay, I'll leave the reflected light, but I'm going to put your green on another layer because I need to in my soul.
Jeez, okay. I didn't know it meant that much.
It does.
Let's see if that looks any good. I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of it.
Okay. That's fine. Hannah says live dangerously. I want to live safely.
I'm with you, Hannah.
No, safe colors. Safe colors only.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Alright, I'll do the butt.
You wanted to take over again?
Yep,
Be my
we'll
guest.
swap seats.
Swap
Here we go.
seats.
Here we go, we're going. I'm going over here.
We're going.
I'm going.
I'm doing it.
I'm going over here. There's a straw
There you
wrapper
are.
stuck to my foot. Why do we have a straw wrapper?
Look, I don't know. Maybe it was from the Moe's we got the other day.
Could have been.
Want to go?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Holding the thing for you.
And I'm here. Here we are. Alrighty.
Good to go.
Good to go.
I'm totally good to go. I'm ready.
You ready?
So ready.
So ready. Alright. I'm gonna make another layer that's the background layer because I'm triggered. Background. Right.
You do not want to mess with that song.
No, I don't want to mess with that song, especially after the whole like weird
That's what I
copyright
mean.
thing. Stupid.
Let's see here.
Alright. I want to do...
Sounds like you two are trying to swap seats in an 80s Corolla hatchback. Yeah, our apartment.
It's very... because we have to angle the couch against our TV, and our apartment is not the best configured this way, so we have to like navigate around the couch, and then we have like other chairs and a wall, and it's more difficult.
We still haven't really found a good home for the fancy computer that we spent a ton of money building.
Yeah, it is.
It's just sitting on our living room floor because we have no other place for it.
I want to display it because it's got cool lights and stuff, but I don't know where to display it. All right, whoop, brush
on our living room floor.
I guess that's where it lives.
Yep.
I guess that's the thing. It's fine. All right, I like this. Forest moss. I think I'm gonna do some vague. Oh, the canvas is tilted. How do I help? Oh, thank you. You fixed it.
Watch. So it's quotation marks
That way?
there for that, and then it's minus for backwards.
Why wouldn't it just be quotation marks and semicolon?
Or you'd think it'd be plus and minus, but it's not.
Weird.
It's just the minus one in that one. I don't know why they did it that way. Write a message to the devs.
I'm not gonna mess with their lives that way. Alright, I'm gonna do a Mossy.
Impistry asks, fancy PC, maybe you could put it on a shelf on the wall.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
If we had the space on the wall for it, that would be a good idea.
We currently have our media shelf. So we have an apartment with a sloped ceiling.
It's a third floor apartment, so half, 2/3 of our wall is actually ceiling, and it's like a 45, so we can't use it for storage space, unfortunately.
So we have the lower part of the wall is it has floating shelves with like our TV and consoles on it already.
Yeah.
If we had more wall space, definitely a great idea.
Then yeah, that would be perfect.
But unfortunately,
yes,
not too much wall space.
But yeah, we spent I don't know, $1,200 all told back in January, late January, mid January.
Yeah,
and it was kind of a trial and error process, getting everything built and working. But we finally have it. It's doing us well, obviously.
Yeah, I was able to do a very high poly digital commission, a 3D modeling situation that I wouldn't have been able to do on the past computer, which is great.
Impistry, yes, it is exactly like an attic. In fact, this was probably an attic space that was renovated to be an apartment.
Yep, that is definitely what it was. Which I do like it. It is nice. What?
Oh, it's very cozy. It's very homey. I do like the space. What?
In the butt.
What?
Forest. Generic forest. Let me get.
That's a good idea.
Forest. That's a good forest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save as a forest because we need some reference. Save image as.
But it's not just bare ceiling either. Actually, Impistry. There's like drywall and plaster and everything. And, what?
I'm trying to find the folder that we were in, and this isn't the folder.
Just go to downloads. Just use downloads.
Oh God, everything! Oh. I made it big. It's okay.
Wolfwing says, "Yeah, the house I'm buying converted. The previous owners converted the attic into a second floor.
Oh, there it is.
The rooms are great bedrooms, but they have a good chunk of dead space along the edges near the roof line from sloped ceilings. Yeah, we're lucky in that there's not dead space like that because we get about 3.5 feet from floor to where the roof starts to slope.
And we have these little cubby doors for the eaves.
Each side of the apartment has a crawl space in that area, so we can use that for storage, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we wouldn't have a ton.
A ton of storage, yeah. We'd have like closets, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. Downside also is the light in here sucks.
We have 2 skylights, which is not bad.
We have one in the kitchen, which is sort of the same space in here, and we have one in here. But for the space that we have these little tiny windows, too.
Yeah, because
I have never seen smaller windows.
It is a very, very tiny window.
Yeah.
All right, how am I doing? Let's see. We're going to do ferns. I got
looking
stamp
good already.
brushes. I got stamp brushes. I'm going to use stamps. Yes. And thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What was the trick you said? Hold on. If you want to make things look like a generic background.
What?
When you were doing Cat's Piece the other day, to make things in the foreground look different.
Oh, the Mrs. Dunbar trick.
Yeah.
We should probably not dox. That's fine. They don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Just darken the corners.
Only the corners?
Yeah. Just darken the corners, and that creates a little bit of an illusion of depth.
Okay.
Yep. That's all you got to do.
Some green in the background, I think.
Your trees are too big.
I know.
Yeah. Either do one big one or make them smaller.
Oh, like sitting at the bottom of a tree.
Yes.
Oh, that's a very good idea. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We got it. Okay. So darkening the corners to create the illusion of a depth.
Yep.
Something like that, maybe.
There you go. See, it creates a nice little vignette too, like a storybook almost.
Oh, I see.
The other thing you're gonna have to look out for now is you're gonna have to respect the lighting situation on the creature.
Yes. I have an idea.
Yeah.
But yes, you can continue.
Just because it's so bright and your background is so dark now, it looks incongruous.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get there. I'll get there.
I have faith in you.
I'm going to do the dappled lighting like you see in forests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a fun technique I've been wanting to try.
Okay.
We got that.
Impustry says, thank you to Durgan Bunny. Durgan Bunny says, what nice art. Cute character.
Aww.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you as well, Durgan Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah. We say this every stream, but it helps to have really good characters to work from, too.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we've been lucky in that we've had really cool
really
characters
nice
so
ones.
far. Yeah.
Alright, I do want to try... Okay, dappled light. Where do I want to go with this? Background color needs... we need a shadow under here, and I'm going to do that with a texture
If I may,
brush. Yes?
I would actually only go lighter from here.
Oh, yeah.
It's very dark.
It is very dark, but I wanted to cement the character in the space. And I don't know why this is green. Maybe because it was green before.
Impustry says we both seem to be having fun with blood. Yeah. As I say, it helps to have a fun character to work with.
There we go. That's the shadow I need. That's better. Now I just kind of do the thing. I do want to get better at doing backgrounds, because I haven't...
Is that why you wanted to do more of a background in this one?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of vague backgrounds, and it grounds the character more. So, also I just love the, like, dappled light of forests. So I've seen this technique used, where you take, like, a big spotty brush. I don't know if this is going to be the right brush for it. No. And you just kind of, like, do dappled light in the background, but make it fuzzy.
Turn down your particle density. And,
particle size.
No. Particle density. Turn that down. Ooh, too much.
Too much.
You probably also want to turn on your opacity, too.
Yeah, it just looks like sneeze floating in the background.
Turn down the particle size a little bit. Like, try that.
It's gonna need to be blurry.
Go back to your watercolor brushes.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. Realistic. Look at all these! Water, wet, chaotic. Oh, that's so chaotic.
No.
Yeah, I need like
Go
a blendy.
back to your watercolor brushes.
But these are my watercolor brushes.
Okay. Well, the running edge watercolor, you can do little dapples with that, and it's pretty good. It's got a little bit more texture than your
than your
airbrush. Yeah.
So I've seen this technique used where you kind of make blotchies. I'll go back in over the tree.
Yeah, I think you need to fuzz out the tree a little bit.
Yeah, I will.
I think you're going to have to brighten it up as well.
Yep. I'm going to go back in with a different layer to do that.
Durgan Bunny says, I hope everyone is having a good Friday.
Yeah.
So far, it has been.
It has been quite good.
Maybe after this, my brother and I will play a little bit of The Forest again, depending on his schedule.
Yeah, that looked like a very intense game.
Oh, it's a time. If you like The Descent, you'll like the game The Forest.
Oh, man. That's not my speed. I've been playing Concrete Genie, which is just a fun, happy game.
Oh, it looks really good.
Well, I guess I got to the point in the game where they deal with some serious trauma, so it's not all fun and happy, but it is a very enjoyable game to play with. You don't kill things as much as you kill things in The Forest.
That's fine. I don't need to play a game where I kill things.
But you kill things a lot in The Forest.
Impustry has been playing Hollow Knight.
Yes! Yeah, they recently had their an anniversary, right?
Yeah, it's a 4-year anniversary.
4-year anniversary? Yeah. I highly... Yes. Keep doing it. Mm-hmm. I didn't get that far in the game just because it got hard and I'm not that good. But I've watched people play further into the game and it's been really nice. Mm-hmm. I really, really like it.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yes, please.
In your reference image, there's a little bit of like a bright highlight kind of in the middle ground.
Yeah.
Try to bring some of that tone into the background. Just very lightly bring a little bit of highlight. Because I think
this?
Yeah, some of that lighter color because your character is still very bright compared to the background.
Oh yeah. No. I'm going to do a technique here that I've been wanting to try for a while. So I wanted to... Here.
What technique?
I'll give you a taste.
I'm ready for a taste.
I think it's... Although I'm not sure if I can do it here in... was it Add Glow? Furios. Oh, goodness.
No.
I want to do color spray, tone scraping.
No.
Basically, it's you're sort of starting to paint with light here. So if you're doing like the bark of the tree,
Yeah.
it's lightening up what you have already because it's like a multiply, not a multiply, like a screen layer. Do they have screen? They do have screen. But like normal, well, I guess it doesn't look much different. Ah, well. I wanted to try a thing.
Move it over a little bit.
Yeah, let me... Now I gotta look up reference of a tree. What's the bark? Give me bark.
Yeah, Durgan Buddy, Hollow Knight really is a great game. I enjoyed it immensely. I have not finished it yet. I've wound up doing other things. In fact, actually, maybe my brother and I tomorrow will probably play Dark Souls 2, depending.
Yeah, they're having a thing right now, right?
The Dark Souls, all the Souls communities, they have a return to like blank event. Yeah, I think we might have mentioned this last week. Come to think of it, but yeah, starting tomorrow. The whole community is doing a return to Dark Souls 2 where a bunch of people make new characters and do things. Actually, yes, no, we have had this conversation. Aiden, I made patches in Dark Souls 2.
That's the character that you're going to play?
Yes.
Okay, those leaves are
so I'm excited to potentially troll people.
Grassland.
Impistry, the False Knight was really hard for me.
Yeah, you got further in the game than I did.
Yeah, I mean... the False Knight was the first boss.
I beat that one. The slug, the grub.
The grub inside.
The grubby dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, very grubby.
You take the time to study the attack patterns of each boss. It'll help you quite a lot. I see. I've never been good at that.
I have been, and I can do it. It's just not. I don't execute it as fast as I need to. Oftentimes. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is what I'm going to do.
There was some video game journalists or something talking about games. Actually, you know what? There's a podcast I listen to called Dev Game Club, where it's actually two developers, who they worked on Star Wars Republic Commando, which is an older game, and they did a bunch of Lucas Arts stuff back in the day.
Oh, interesting.
One of them went on to help work on Fallout 4, and the other one did Halo 5.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Brett Duville and Tim Longo are their names.
Those are some names.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you don't necessarily pick the name you're born with.
It's true.
But yeah, that's they've worked on games and they talk about it, and they talk about knowing what you have to do in a video game but not being able to execute it.
Yeah.
Versus not knowing what to do in a video game but potentially being able to execute the thing.
Yes.
I always find the former to be more frustrating. Like when I know what I have to do, but
you can't do it.
Yeah, I can't get the timing down, or the muscles or the dexterity or whatever. I just can't make it happen. Mm-hmm. Like I see what I need to do, but I just can't execute it. That always is the most frustrating for me.
I agree.
Aiden says I still haven't beaten Hornet LeMayo.
Yeah, I'm stuck on Hornet too. Or I just beat Hornet.
You just beat Hornet.
I just beat Hornet.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck now as to where to go from Hornet. But yes, Hornet's very tough.
Yeah.
So please take your time. Take your time with Hornet.
Ooh, Dragonus just came back with Colby Jack cheese.
Ooh.
Colby Jack is good.
We got some Gouda actually in the fridge.
Ooh.
Yes.
I know what you can do.
What can I do?
The patch of dirt that Mun is sitting on.
Yes.
Take a look at your reference picture and sample some of the lighter dirt that's there.
Like the super blown out dirt, or just like this dirt?
I would err like halfway between, if possible, and just lighten up some of the dirt in the foreground.
Okay. I will do that thing. I just want to get this tree situated. I wanted to get the lights in here, but I needed a brush that was like appropriately textured.
If you're going this detailed with it, you got to bring some of the shadow onto the tree too.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go this detailed. I think I'm gonna fuzz out the detail, but I wanted the texture. Texture is very important to me, guys. I think you know this already.
Yeah,
I like texture.
Gehrman is a tough fight, Aiden. Although I did wind up being over leveled for the fight. Also, you don't have to fight him at all. If you want, you can do the other ending where he just kills you, and that's the end of the game.
Oh, no! Wait, really? That's a legit ending?
Yeah.
Oh.
So spoilers for Bloodborne, I guess. Sorry if you don't want to hear it. Just hit mute. I'll message
You
in
already
the chat.
spoiled it. Like,
Oh, yeah, I guess. But like, I would argue that the ending where Gehrman kills you is the better ending of all
Really?
three in Bloodborne. Yeah, because he kills you in the dream and you wake up.
oh.
Presumably, you go home, you leave Yarnum behind. That's it.
Yeah. That's the end of
Whereas
it.
the other
Oh,
two
that's
endings, you're trapped in different ways, shall we say?
I see.
Yes.
I was like, why isn't it getting darker?
Yeah,
It's on the light layer.
Aiden ate the 3 umbilical cords, and you're getting the true ending. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
For anyone who hasn't played Bloodborne, that's gonna sound insane.
I read an article about Bloodborne. If you like H.P. Lovecraft, but you don't like his politics, Bloodborne is the game for you.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like Lovecraft without all the BS.
Yep. Without the attachment to the author.
Exactly. It's beautiful. Speaking of games to enjoy but never beaten, Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Yes. We stopped. We were playing it real hardcore for a time, and then we just kind of fell off it. I think we wound up doing more Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because we'll hop from game to game depending on our moods.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
That's looking pretty good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll wrap up shortly here. I didn't mean this background to get this deep.
History says, I'm hoping they announce Breath of the Wild too soon.
Yeah, I saw that people were, or that could be a possibility going forward. All right, so you were saying...
I respect Breath of the Wild, and I think it's good for what it is, but one of my, like when I judge a game, one of the things that I sort of judge it on is, can I complete it? I'd have I think a normal attention span, but when I sit down with something, I like to be able to finish it.
Yeah.
And I've always considered, like, the games that don't land for me are the ones that I can't finish. Breath of the Wild is one of those. Skyrim is one of those.
Yeah, that's why you strayed away from Skyrim.
Yeah, because there's just so much crap.
And conversely, that's why I love those games, because there's always something to do. You can just boot up the game after however long and just be like, oh, I've never explored this area. I'm gonna go here today. Even in Skyrim, there's stuff I haven't seen.
My time is precious, though. I don't need a time suck.
I know, but sometimes it's about the journey. It's not necessarily about the completion. It's about like, oh, I am experiencing something new that I hadn't before.
Yeah, I think you need to go even lighter.
I will.
Try sampling some of the colors from your reference image too.
I know.
That
I
may
did.
help. Oh, okay.
I did.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Don't worry.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, it's looking really good though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta edit the shadow a little bit. I'm just gonna blur that a little bit. Where's my blur? I'm gonna blend. I'm gonna blend the thing. There we go.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what it needed.
Yeah, it needed a little bit of a fuzz.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'll go in with this glow and do the glow on the ground.
Durgan Bunny says, wow, you guys went really into this one. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, probably a little bit more than we intended.
Yeah,
but,
more than I should have.
It came out well.
But I wanted to... I gotta brush up on my foresty things. But I love that like light filtering through the trees kind of look.
I think the color you're using is a little too close to the subject. I'd go even lighter with it.
Oh, even lighter?
Yeah.
Make it more yellow, maybe?
Aiden says, Impistry, I feel you. I love just farting around in open world games.
Yeah.
Massive reason I never beat Skyrim.
Yeah, I never... I think I, like, beat the main plot line, but it's, like, not... I don't know. I'll still boot up Skyrim occasionally and, like, come across an NPC I'd never met before.
Yeah.
Alright.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that. I think I'm going to do a final, like, kind of blur to the background.
Bring in a little bit of white, actually, I think.
White to the background? I feel like that's going to detract.
Try a little.
Okay. I'll do
Try
that.
a little. Because the whitest white should be in the subject, but there's still, like, a little... Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Can I make another suggestion?
Yeah.
For the ground, try using horizontal strokes. Because when you paint, you want your brush to go with the form, and you're just kind of like stippling and making dots.
Because I was thinking of the leaf texture.
Some texture is good, but it's not really relieving as leaf texture. Yeah. So do some nice broad horizontal strokes.
Can do. Let's do a darker color, and I'll bring the foreground darks back in.
There you go.
Oh wait, that's on the wrong layer. There we go.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. I don't know if that's too brown in the foreground.
No, I think that's okay.
Too brown in the foreground. Too brown in the ground.
Can you do me another favor when you finished?
Yeah.
Try reducing the opacity of the background by like 10%. See what it does. Because it's all very warm right now, and the lights in the background are fighting with the lights in mine.
Ah, okay. Well, then wouldn't I want to reduce the color then, the warmth instead of the opacity?
Try reducing the opacity and let some of that gray come in.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a middle gray that you have back there, so if you gray everything out just a little bit, it might really help.
Okay. I'm also going to blur a little bit.
Yeah.
Not so much that we still have the...
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Aiden. Appreciate it.
Is that not... That's not previewing. Alright. I'm just gonna guess and hope. Did that do anything?
What did you do?
I blurred it.
Oh,
Oh, because it's on the other layer. That's why. This is... Now, this...
What?
Wouldn't be a problem if I only used one layer. The highlights that I did...
What about them?
They're all on a different layer, so they weren't blurring with the rest of the background. Okay. So we're gonna make it a little bit grayer. Something like that. What I can do is selectively reduce the opacity. Maybe do
the issue
like
is
that.
the brights though, the yellows.
Oh.
The green is reading as background because it's a little bit cooler.
Well, here I'll just do
That's better.
something like that.
Yeah, that's better.
I'm just gonna do that, and then let me do one more cleanup on.
A little artist trick that I like to use if you're a glasses wearer is to just kind of push your glasses down or out of the way and look at it, and it kind of fuzzes everything, and then you can kind of see the problem areas. If you're not a glasses wearer, you can do the same thing just by
fuzzing out your eyes a little bit.
Yeah, squinting your eyes at it.
Alright, I'm just going to clean up all the stray paints.
Impistry says you can overlay the background with a purple, just like with a slight tint of purple to take down the warmth.
Yeah, actually that's a good idea.
I think this works well as well. But yeah, the purple is a really good idea too.
I could take that to maybe the foreground and just brush in some purple, potentially.
Dragoness says, lol, draw the rest crunk. Wrong layer. Sorry, had to toss something in for a bit of a laugh.
Like, have you
Kronk?
seen...
Pull the lever Kronk?
Yeah, you've seen
Emperors.
Okay,
I had the
good.
VHS back in the day.
Okay, I wanted to make sure, because you haven't seen some Disney films.
Yeah.
So I wanted to
I have seen that one. Yeah. That's looking good, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You did a very good paint job on this.
Thank you.
I love the strawberry. And I like the lights. You got some really good lights in there.
Yep. Well, I wanted to have nice, bright highlights so that the characters stuck out.
Of course.
Impistry says, I killed the VHS of that movie. Watched it so much it was all messed up.
Oh no!
I always took good care of my stuff as a kid, so I never really had that problem. I suppose it came from my dad, who always took, he was very good at taking care of his stuff. Well, he was a machinist, and he would fix things too, so, yeah, but, yeah, I always generally took good care of my stuff when I was a kid.
I've never experienced... I have experienced some bad VHSs, but...
Yeah.
I guess I didn't watch them that much.
Yeah.
Not to that point, anyway.
Impistry says, well, the VHS eventually erases the film if you watch it enough times.
Really? I didn't know that. Oh, because it's magnetized,
magnetic, yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Eventually the magnetic charge will go away.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's a good movie. So,
absolutely.
At least you got your money's worth out of that. All right.
Yeah, I enjoyed those movies so much I killed them, Impistry says. That's looking good.
Okay. I do see what you mean, though.
About?
The background being too... I will desaturate it, yeah.
Try a little bit of that purple. That was not a bad idea.
Yeah. Where is it? Edit. Tonal correction.
Just change the paper layer to... Alright, or do it this way.
Oh, it's over there. Why is it over there?
I don't know why it's over there. Oh, because that's the primary monitor.
That's right. There
Yeah.
it is. Alright. Oh, no, I didn't want tone correction.
You could probably just change your paper layer to more of a lavender or a purple, and then reduce the opacity on the background.
I'll do it.
That might be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Alright. Make it... something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good idea.
Where is my... There it is. Oh, I can't... I have to actually change it from here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it's technically a canvas layer.
Oh, that makes sense.
I like HLS. That's what I like. Let's see here.
Ooh, Monster Yote. I wore through a cassette of Johnny Cash when I was little.
Wow.
It's a good cassette to wear out.
It's very impressive, too.
Aiden says I watched Nightmare Before Christmas one time when it was like 5. And look at me now. Tim Burton, not even once.
Yep.
My dad and I killed a cassette of Jimmy Buffett every time we were in his truck. We'd blast Margaritaville. Johnny Cash is fire. Yeah, I like Jimmy Buffett very much.
Do need a background.
Probably too much.
I don't think it's too much. I think it's just enough.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't think so. I love Jimmy Buffett.
I mean, you don't like listen to him every day of your life, so
No, I know, but I'm always down for Jimmy Buffett.
Alright, I just needed to add a little bit of a shadow
Darken that up a little bit, yeah.
Just to make it pop out from the tree.
Yeah.
There we go. So, not the best background in the world, but a background.
I like how sort of vague notion of a forest turned into just a forest.
Or just a tree.
Yeah.
Just a tree and some leaves. It's fine.
It looks like a forest.
It's fine. Alright. Yeah, I could fiddle with this for ages, so I'm not gonna...
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
I think you're at a good stopping point.
Okay. Oh, we gotta sign it.
Well, you got the pen.
I got the pen. I'm gonna make a signature layer.
Monster Yote says the background is gorgeous. Yeah, I think so.
Thank you. This has inspired me to do more studies of trees, because this is definitely not a studied background, but I think I want to do that.
The shapes of your leaves are pretty good. The tree is a little wonky.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the sort of bumpy out that you have at the bottom,
Yeah.
sometimes I get those, but it's not quite.
It's not all the time, and I
Right.
always put them in the trees I make.
Oh, Aiden, believe me, we know to sign our work. I went through a phase where I didn't sign anything when I was a kid because I didn't think it was good enough. But now I know I'm pretty good, so I sign my stuff.
My grandfather admonished me because he did visual art.
Yeah.
But he's not a visual artist, and he was basically like, you must always sign and date your work.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Very important.
For me personally, so for some of the stuff we do, we kind of can't sign it. There's like costume stuff and whatever, but
I'm trying to find a good place for this.
For me, dating is always very important.
Yeah.
Because actually, I was just doing this maybe earlier today or yesterday, like looking back at the stuff I did, and just knowing when I did it and seeing how far I've come since then.
Yeah, it's been
nice.
Good. It's nice to know, like, oh, I did this piece like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, here is make your ampersand and do your thing.
Okay, I certainly will. Here, I'll trade you.
Okay. Hello, chat.
Thank you.
I have chat.
You are the chat master.
Chat master.
Okay. There I am.
There you are. You're over there.
Yeah. And it is 2/26.
21.
21. The space year 2021.
21. Yeah. For a while, I was still signing things 20.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
Nope. That's not right.
That's not how it do.
Yep.
All right. Put this by
Aiden
the
says
way.
my uncle is a painter, and he would tell me the exact same thing. Always sign and date your work. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was like that with me. Always sign it. Always sign it.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, I didn't want to because I was a kid and I was
Yeah,
being contrarian. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to do the thing because you've told me to do it. But I've since learned.
I wasn't contrarian. I just didn't think I was good enough.
Oh.
That's okay.
I mean, I had that too.
Yeah.
But
The
I grew
many
out of that
complexes.
also. Yeah. That's cute.
All right. We got Mun.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mun.
Infantry, thank you for letting us do this. Do this cutie.
Oh, Dragonus says it's the Pokemon anniversary today.
Oh, is that why everyone's been freaking out about stuff?
Like,
Or maybe they re-announced Diamond and Pearl.
No,
They're
I
doing
don't think so.
Sinnoh, whatever Sinnoh was.
Sinnoh. Yeah, Sinnoh was Pearl and
They're doing a remaster, I heard.
Pearl and Diamond and Pearl.
So maybe they announced it for the Pokemon anniversary. That's very
Could
good.
have been.
Very cool.
Okay, Dragonus says, Oh, okay. So then today was the anniversary of Red and Green? I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Diamond, Pearl, and an open world game, Monster Yo says. Oh, no, I heard,
open world.
I heard people talking about this. People want Breath of the Wild, but with Pokemon.
I would be down for that, though.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I'd have to learn all the Pokemon, though.
It would be nice to actually shake up the formula a little bit because I've fallen off the Pokemon bandwagon. I fell off the Pokemon bandwagon probably a little before, what is it, Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
So 2 games ago. 2 games or 3 games ago, I don't know. Yeah, actually people are saying that right now. Impastry just said, yeah, Breath of the Wild with Pokemon. Yeah. I just cuz it's formula at this point.
Yeah, it's formula and I have to learn all the new Pokemon. And that's the thing.
I'm down for new Pokemon.
Are you?
Controversial opinion, but I am always down for new Pokemon. As long as it's not like the cream one.
The one that's just milk.
Yeah.
That is really silly.
Or the ice cream one. Like that's no good. But like there are so many animals out there already in the world.
True.
Yeah, like there's plenty of stuff that they could draw inspiration from.
Yeah.
Like, there's dolphins,
there's weird sea
and
creatures, and
orcas. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty of animals that don't have Pokemon yet that they could Pokemon. I'm cooler with Trubbish than I am with the ice cream
one?
Pokemon. Actually, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sold on either.
I think there's something whimsical about Trubbish that the cream Pokemon doesn't have.
I don't know if whimsical is the right word.
You know what I mean, though, right? Like,
know.
there's something fun there.
It's a fun idea. It is a fun idea. I'll give it that. But I'm not really into
Aiden
Trubbish.
says Girafarig was always one of my faves.
I liked Girafarig. It freaked me out that its tail had a second brain or something. It was something like that. I seem to remember from the Pokedex.
Yeah, vanillish and all creamy.
All creamy? Is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
The cream Pokemon, yeah.
Oh.
It's like Milcree.
Milcree.
Something. One of the other forms is all creamy.
All creamy. Oh,
You know what new Pokemon I really dig and I don't know, do Pokemon slap? Song slap, but do Pokemon slap?
I think a Pokemon can slap.
Oh, the dragon that's also a B2 bomber.
Oh, the one with the wide head.
Yeah, the one with the wide head that like shoots out little tiny dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing looks badass.
I think
Dragapult. That's what it's
Dragapult.
called, Dragapult.
I think it's silly because it's a plane dragon.
Yeah, it's badass.
It's silly. It's a plane.
It's a dragon catapult that shoots little tiny dragon planes out of its B2 bomber head, okay?
It's just silly.
It's badass. I will not hear anything to the contrary. Definitely my favorite Pokemon from the newest yeah,
Generation.
Dragapult. Thank you, Dragoness. Definitely my favorite Pokemon from the newest generation, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, that's right.
What?
A Dragapult is also ghost type.
Oh.
I think that's
Interesting.
because the B2 bomber is called a spirit. Like the name of the plane is
I
it's a
didn't know
B2
that.
spirit. Yeah. Like
Ah,
yeah. So that might be why.
that makes sense.
Obstagoon 2, Zigzagoon's Kiss Evolution. Yeah, I know, I've seen that.
Yeah, that one was. Why did they? Okay, so Zigzagoon.
They made Zigzagoon like emo and
Yeah,
like,
yeah. In Kiss, basically.
in pancake face makeup.
Pancake face makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, like little vignette
A
there.
little vignette.
That's nice.
It needed a little vignette.
Yep.
Just.
I
little
swear the
torch.
shiny Kiss is Ziggy Stardust. The shiny Kiss.
Oh, the shiny version of
the
that
shiny
Pokemon.
version of the band Kiss is Ziggy Stardust.
Ah, yes, that would make sense to me.
More of a recent gen, I really like Mimikyu. Yeah, Mimikyu was pretty
Mimikyu
cool.
was cute.
Mimikyu was Diamond and Pearl, I think, actually.
I don't know. I don't know the
Yeah.
names.
No, it was sorry, so it was Sun and Moon. It was the it's a ghost Pokemon that dresses up like Pikachu to be loved.
Which is really sad.
Yeah,
the
Sun and
poor thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, it needed the vignette.
Yeah. It's looking really good.
I think we're good.
Yep.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's right. We signed it, so
Yeah.
we're good to go. Oh yeah,
So-
Cerebi. There we go.
Oh, whoa!
Oh my god. Oh no, the shiny version of Zigzagoon's evolution. That is that looks exactly like Ziggy Stardust. That's amazing.
That's some good color scheme right there. All right.
I want to go listen to Ziggy Stardust and the
know.
Spiders from Mars now.
It's good.
Damn, that's cool. That's really cool.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, I guess now I got to play this game and get one of those.
Just to honor David Bowie.
Yep.
Yes. All right. I think we're just about good.
Mm-hmm.
Impistry, do you want us to just send this to you over Twitter? Does that work for you? Would you like a JPEG? A glossy JPEG?
High quality,
A
glossy
glossy
JPEG.
JPEG?
Yeah, they say sure.
Okay. Awesome. We'll send it to you. I'll get it all nice and tightened up and saved out as a little file. And I think we're good. Thank you for letting us draw this
Yeah, it was
super
fun.
adorable character. And anyone who didn't win, please enter next week. Like
Yep.
we still love all your characters, so please just keep entering.
Yeah.
You know, we'd
Absolutely.
love to draw them all. They're very good.
Wolfwings, it's a joke. It's kind of an in-joke
What?
betwixt us about the flat
Oh,
PNG.
a glossy.
Yeah, a
What was
glossy
that
JPEG.
from?
From the Cursed Dark Souls, the Pizza Witch edition. No, the Arby's Witch.
Yeah, it was a McElroy bit.
Yeah,
the McElroy brothers.
For a series called Monster Factory, Justin and Griffin McElroy, they made a sequel to the Noid 2, in this very very
the pizza
cursed
character. Yeah.
Yes, in this very very cursed version of the OG Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And the entire Dark Souls experience was replaced with pizza.
Yeah,
all the textures
they
were replaced.
retextured it with pizza.
They kept using the phrase glossy pizza JPEGs
Yes.
over and over and over again.
So we have a nice glossy JPEG.
Monster Factory is the bomb.
A matte flat PNG though. That's a funny. That's funny. Yeah, no, that was a good episode.
Want to watch that again now
Yeah,
too,
we
honestly.
should. Everyone, go watch yourself.
Go
some
watch
Monster
the Noid.
Factory.
Yeah.
Go watch some good Monster Factory tonight.
Yep. All right.
I think we're good.
We're gonna call it here.
I think we're calling it here. Everybody, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. And again, please, if you didn't get picked, enter again next week. We
Yep.
love drawing these people, these characters, these everybody, and interacting with you. You guys are great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so nice. It was an awesome stream. Thank you for both streams. Of course. Thanks for
Cascar says JPEG lamination.
Thanks for streaming. Good night. Good night.
JPEG lamentation. I like that. That's good. All right. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Bye now.
Goodbye.